10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You already know what time it is. ReviveIsAlive.com. Once again, ReviveIsAlive.com. Tune in. Revive is alive. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. All I need is one mic. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. It's about that time. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey! It's your girl P.O.C. Hey! Proof of consciousness. Proof of consciousness. P.O.C. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. All I need is it's about that time. Welcome to Revive. Yep. You already know what time it is, man. It's me, your girl P.O.C, host of Revive Radio. We are live right now on Revive is Alive. Revive is Alive. ReviveIsAlive.com. It is Tuesday, April 2nd, so you already know I got some energy for you guys, man. Yesterday was my Earth Day birthday, so I am ready, man, for you guys. You got to get up anyway, so why not get up with me, your girl P.O.C. Getting this good morning mix, man. We about to start off right. I got my guy, DJ Reese, in the building with me, man. He about to turn it up for you guys this morning. Let's go, man. Let's get the body pumping, the blood flowing. Let's go. Let's get through this morning traffic. If you got to be there at 8, you got 4 minutes to get there. Yo, Reese, we got to get them. Let's go.
Yeah.
Drug addicts.
I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. Had to pray to Almighty God, they let my dog out the kennel. When you get it straight up by the mud, you can't imagine it. I've been pulling up in the drop tops with the baddest. Young been focused on my check. Got a new coupe wrapped around my neck. Tryna put the water on my potato. I got killers to the left of me.
We was lurking on her, ain't show no mercy on her. We was going back to back, we put a curfew on her. It was dark clouds on us, but that was perfect for us. We know you always crash and burn, but it was working for us. Let my tent to B12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well. Millions off from retail, once again I prevail. Knew that was over from the day I dropped my pre-sale. Hold up, let the beat build. See me in the street still. I've been fighting battles up a steep hill. They gave my road dog 12, it was a sweet deal. And I've been riding solo trying to rebuild. I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. Had to pray to Almighty God, they let my dog out the kennel. When you get it straight up by the mud, you can't imagine it. I've been pulling up in the drop tops with the baddest. Young been focused on my check. Got a new coupe wrapped around my neck. Tryna put the water on my potato. I got killers to the left of me.
That's right, we keep it in Nipsey, It's called grinding all my life.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, I'm married to this game, that's who I made my wife. Said I die alone, I told that probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safe that's full of Franklins and a shoulder full of stripes. I don't know a like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. County jail fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Spy raid, swallow rocks, I'm getting myself. Nah, damn right, I like the life I built. From West Side 60, I might got killed. Standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 Impala, thug life on wheels. Up against the wall, squabble at Fox Hills. Like a mother boss, ask me how I feel. Successful street, touching them first meals. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. all my life. Been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, I got.
I'm in London, got my beat from London.
Yeah. In the trap, hanging places that you can't go. Glock 40, he got smoky at a Draco. 1,000 nights on that corner eating egg rolls. Bad, Puerto Rican look like J-Lo. Whoa, they try to extort me, I ain't pay though. Only thing I gave him was a halo. Uber on the way up, the front or back, put my. I got bands for real, diamonds on me, they dance for real. All these sticks and drums, banging like we in the band for real. I got cake, I stay humble, know I'm the man for real. I got hitters, we don't rumble, tell your man to chill. Yo, who mans is this? Somebody come get this. All up in my section, instant claiming. I be with some real hitters, staying with that camera. Cause they really out here in the field and they be slamming.
Top. Giving head taps, lip tap. They said that they were with it, but it's cap. Aiming at your fitted, push it back. Whack. One phone call, get you whack. Try to slap me, we gon' let it slap. Cross the line, it's too late, you can't take it back. They got my brother locked inside a cage. Take them shackles off his feet, he ain't asleep. Grown up in the hood, you learn how to behave. How we gon' learn to stack if we ain't got nothing to see? Got a little bad, got some work done on the butt. Gotta catch another flight as soon as I catch my nut. Just being honest, me was the first to show me love. And the first time that I seen a Maybach was with cuz. Get these bags, we might as well tell our opposites up. Got wedding bands, but I still don't got the cuff. In every city I go, they already know what's up. I got resources, I can get straight to the plug. Top. Giving head taps, lip tap. They said that they were with it, but it's cap. Aiming at your fitted, push it back. Whack. One phone call, get you whack. Try to slap me, we gon' let it slap. Cross the line, it's too late, you can't take it back.
Tell me how you want it, yeah. Call me and I'm on my way. Tell me that you need me, yeah. I'll give it to you night and day. I'm talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all day, yeah. 24/7, yeah, all day, yeah. 24/7.
Loving the shit without you for 7 days straight, and now I can't live without you. And if we ever broke up, I won't have a kid without you. You forever in my heart. I won't forget about you. I be crushing you on Monday like it's Wednesday. You pressed about that with your friends say. G63 is what your bed say.
Survives this morning.
Friends, babe, you can tell me how you want it, how you need it, I don't mind. Need you right here by my side, cause out of sight is out of mind. And out of spite, you hit the climb, but I was hype. I hit your line a few more times, when you hit back, I'm gonna respond.
Tell me how you want it, yeah. Call me and I'm on my way. Tell me that you need me, yeah. I'll give it to you night and day. I'm talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all day, yeah. 24/7, yeah, all day, yeah. 24/7.
You be throwing that shit back like it's a Thursday. I be treating you like every day your birthday. No more thing with you on your worst day. I got you on a new level like what first say. When you fell down, I pick you up, put on your crown and lift you up. I put a rock all on your finger, so much ice could push you up. Heard these feelings about you, baby, told them I wish you luck. Talking relationship goals, this could be us. Yup.
Do remember you tuning to Revive Radio. That's how we doing it. This the vibes this morning. Turn those radios up. Come on.
Met her in the club, all the ballers showing up. Can you party with a thug? I'm just trying to show you love. VIP, we got it packed. This is where the party at. You the one I wanna know. So tell me how it's supposed to go.
He said meet me in Miami. Never been on a jet, girl, don't you panic. Keys to the wheel, send 'em so we chill the dances. Might grab a couple if they really attractive. Or I can keep it classy, I can get romantic. It's all up to you, what you wanna do.
I used to love him, leave him. Girl, it's something about you, think I'ma keep him.
Yes, come on.
Whacking up with the Jeep up. We living laughing, so kick your feet up. Met her in the club, all the tallest showing love. Can you party with a thug? I'm just trying to show you love.
Show you love, come on.
We got it packed. This is where the party at.
How we sounding right now, Tri-States? How we sounding right now?
Jump right in it like I'm playing double dutch. Whipping in that pot, I hit it uppercut. I put my drip up on the plate, she eat it up. Big body kiss the bit, the truck get mounted up. Can't buy me for them 2 cup 2. Jump right in it like I'm playing double dutch. Whipping in that pot, I cut 2. Jump right in it like I'm double dutch. Whipping in that 2 cup 2. Jump right in it like I'm playing double dutch. Whipping in that pot, I hit it uppercut. I put my drip up on the plate, she eat it up. Big body kiss the bit, the truck get mounted up. Can't buy me for no million, that ain't enough. But I only spent it down to get your tummy tucked. Done lost your mind trying to beef with us. We run it up from the ground, don't sleep on us. LeBron James, none of these ain't equal to us. Get hit on the bus, run some mud. Dripping on my clutch, watch that be sus. Hop for me to trust, I got the Midas touch.
Seen a milli, got the bubble guts. Butterfly doors, gotta let them up. They taking pictures of me, hold my Richie. When I slide in, oh she ride in. Knock it off quick with a light 10. Oh she ride like a pro, get a new Benz. Off the jet to a check, it's a back end. I can't trip. I put Fendi on my slips. I got game with me, you might wanna dip. I got plaques on plaques, made back, way back. Drop 100 with my stash spot at.
All right. So we gonna still keep it Nipsey again. R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, man.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling zones in the set. Make a $250,000, no sweat.
Right now, Philly.
I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Nah, playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. Nah, I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they pay for you. The whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. It gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the Monopoly board. Yeah, y'all false claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth, you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up. What? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm about to count it up. Check. It was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling zones in the set. Made a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, from the streets, voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect. And the come next. Last time that I
Straight up morning vibe. Come on. Alright. You just don't know that I am the real brother.
Sleep in your bed of light, scared you might
them bounce vibes, straight up bounce vibes. Come on. How we turn up in the morning?
On safety, so I don't go shooting where your heart be. Cause you take the bullet trying to save me, then I'm left to do for making you bleed. And that's all I let it try to waste it. Like we be running them out and never make it. That's just too beautiful ways, don't wanna taste it. That's just too beautiful ways, don't wanna
taste it. That beat drop, come on. Baby boy, your love got me tripping on you. You know your love is getting love, baby, tripping on you. It's speaking love, got me tripping on you. Not that, boy, tripping on you, tripping on you. Not that, come on. I don't say me, so I don't go shooting every day you need. My trouble is trying to play me. Come on, don't let me get away like you see me. Got a whole lot of love, ain't trying to waste it. Running around and I never chase it. Wait till this next one coming, come on.
Into these Afro beats, Revive Radio. This is how we doing it, DJ Reese. Come on.
I'm way too fly. Shine in the nighttime. I'm a can hit it, give me one line. If I say the right line.
I thought you say you the one. Oh, girl, I thought you say you the one. For your heart, girl, I belong. Oh, we are promising that you be the one. The one.
Yes.
Me and I really got no matter. I don't know this your matter. Baby, I was talking about the bar, sipping on the sea. You was having some on the beat. Yeah, we go shut down. Yeah, we go one time. This pussy got me on lockdown. I like it when she comes around. Yeah.
I'm way too fly. Shine in the nighttime. I'm a vampire, but I don't bite. Come inside when it's daylight, but please don't waste my time. I'm timeless, I can't lie. I bet I can hit it, give me one line. If I say the right line.
Favorite one right here. David O turn up the city with this one. Shout out to Danny J.
Yeah. Money fall on you.
DJ Reese might not know, man. This is one of my favorite songs. I'm trying to tell you guys, man. This is one of my favorite songs. Shout out to my guy, Davido, straight out of Nigeria, Africa right now, man. It's really big. This song right here is taking over, man. A whole soca wave is about to take over for real, man. Let's get them right, man. Good morning.
Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo, I'm on Nintendo. Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo, I'm on Nintendo. Money fall on you, banana fall on you, Prada fall on you. Cause I'm in love with you. Money fall on you, banana fall on you, paparazzi follow you. Cause I'm in love with you. If I offend you, because sorry, oh baby, take out. Sorry, oh baby, take out. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you, oh baby. Nothing of it to change, nothing of it to change, If I talk, then go say I dey talk. Yeah. Tell me why then they use Panadol for our headache. Yeah. How I go top if my baby no top? Yeah. They want to spoil our market. Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo, I'm on Nintendo. Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo, I'm on Nintendo. My money, my body, now your own.
It's OVO, body this.
Yes.
If I tell you, say I love you, oh. My money, my body, now your own, oh baby. 30 billion for the account, yo. Yeah. Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, gotta for me. No do, say that, oh. No do, shakara, oh. No do, gotta for me. Yaya busy, my number one in tutu. See people go tutu. For your love, it's tutu. I go tutu. Because I'm juju. Say you do me juju. Cause I'm feeling juju.
Gotta do Casanova right here, 2 a.m. featuring Tory Lanez. Afrobeat vibes.
It might be this time. I think it's time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's drink this time. Don't think this time. Tequila online. Yeah. Sorry, I know you know that I gotta keep it on me. All the racks in the club, all of these bottles know they ain't cheap. And I want you to pass it on me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, put some trust on me, yeah, 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 yeah. And I want you to pass it on me, yeah, 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 yeah. I make it boss, girl, give me trust, oh yeah, yeah. Give she good loving, a good loving, yeah, yeah. Give she one hard, yeah, yeah. Give she good loving, a good loving, yeah. Give she one hard, yeah.
Yeah, girl, you know you with a shotter. Come here, let me give it to you proper. I'm from Flatbush, you know the Gaza. She a rider, met her at King's Plaza. We gon' party till the sun up. That mean the boss men turn up. Keep the thing on me, case they try to run up. You know them broke, looking for a come up.
Sorry, I know you know that I gotta keep it on me.
Yes, that's how we sound right
All the
now.
racks in the club, all of these bottles know they ain't cheap. And I want you to pass it on me, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, put some trust on me, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hold up. Yo, DeVito, take them mother.
Alright, that new Tory Lanez right here, freaky.
Man, don't underestimate my guy DJ Reese, man. He definitely about to turn y'all up each and every morning. Let's go. You gotta get up anyway, so why not get it with Meet Your Girl P.O.C, man. Revive is alive, reviveisalive.com. Let's go. Let's take them to a place they never been before. Let's go, Reese.
She hit the club, baby, throw that out. Swear that, I'ma pass out. You can talk to me, I'ma talk, babe. I got sauce, babe. Ain't no salt, babe. I just walked in, check the walk, man. Jeans ball, man. Switch your ball, man. Look, shawty, I ain't got an answer. She a Scorpio, f me like a cancer. I ain't got the answer. Good and I had the devil man's up. Shawty said she rock bottles, I don't rock it for what? Couple million on the gram, but you poppin' for what? Try to play me like a bird, but you down to the duck. All in my section, they but drinking bottles for what? I'm a rich, you a I'm a quick fast hitter, quick fast. Gotta stick, hit your, better talk to me nice when you hit that. Her little mama working with some yeah. Her little mama like to keep it nasty. Strip club, throw a lot of racket. Shorty get freaky and nasty.
Yo, it's your boy. LEVARLAFFS. I'm live with Revive, and you know Revive is always live, man. Loving it, man. Shout outs to these people. I love P.O.C, man. Check it out.
Big old freak.
Big old freak, big booty, big old tree. I'ma make 'em wait for the cook. Wait, hit it in these big old skis. Ayy, feet on the bed. Hey, I mess him up in the head. Kiss it, then look in his eyes. Then the next day I might leave him on red. Ayy, pop it, daydreaming by hot rocket. He hit my phone with a horse, so I know let me come over and ride it. Wait, I'm on the way. Ride on that thing, I'm like, hey. Usually I like to cut, but tonight we gon' make love 'cause you play. Nobody know. I be with him on the low. We never show up together, but I text him when I'm ready to go. Hey, I had a couple of shots at the bar. I'm finna play with that thing in the car. I got him swerving and breaking the law. These windows tinted so nobody saw. Nobody cooks like me. Nope, ain't what you need like me. Nope, ain't nobody got up on their tip-toes and roll to the top like me.
Revive Radio.
He fiendin', my body a drug and he need it. He begging me for the treat, begging me. He throw a fit when I leave him. He like, baby, let me rub on you. Like a little love from you. My body addictive, it's driving him crazy. I think I gotta run from you. Don't know what to do without it. He messing with you, I doubt it. They don't understand that I'm all in his head and there's nothing to do with my body. You've been feeling for me lately, going crazy. I got what you need, I'm gon' give it to you, baby. Going crazy, feeling for me lately. I got what you need, I'ma give you what you crave.
Money back, bitch, I'm making like a money back, money back.
money bag. Come on.
God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that just was classic. I said, wait, it's a snack. He said it's an entree. With them pretty ass twins, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, He can tell from the front, I got her behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, And my bitches with me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all bloody gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said I'm empty, dick, you look like a dope thesis. He make sure he put Cardi down on his grocery list. Now why this tryna look at my snap? I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof who collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. They be late, waist snatch, that straight facts. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Tramps jumping on my dick. That's why they call it trampoline. Hey, back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that just was classic. I said, babe, it's a snack. He said it's an entree. With them pretty ass twins, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, He can tell from the front, I got her behind me. And I pack my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway.
Let's get to this Black Boy JB house party.
You know I'm fresh.
One of my favorite artists from 2018. Still coming with heat.
Party in my house. Club. Diamonds in my mouth. That's at least a dub. He was dancing for some clout. Caught him in the club. Put that thought into his mouth. Let him taste the sub. I'm designer down. Don't you see me in it? I got them hoes up like a clinic. Hoes talk to me, they jog. They can't finish, they sentence. Fuck that blood, they told me to pack on touchdown 22 minutes. Nigga that work in house, call me image up, hot nigga run up in it. Yes, Kevin McAllister, I'm in the challenger, looking for the wet bandits. I got some rap mama used to play tennis. I got them customers, Dennis and Landis. I'm a hood nigga, baby, I still eat a 4 for Wendy's. 4 for 4, from head to toe, nigga say he a shooter, he over 4. Dose a dog, out the bus ball, nigga lying to daddy Pinocchio. Water tired, these nigga got no flow. On the East, we run from the po-po. This nigga say he got bands, where he had them bands until he went solo. Smoking through my eyes, so low.
Who you a fool,
These niggas so bold, they pick it up, put it down to the Toto. Get your bitch from the back like a red when she tell about that bitch she told. Come to the city, kill him in the city, call that shit a no-show.
Oh Lord, Jesse made another one.
Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah, I just signed a deal, I'm on. Yeah. I go where I want, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO. Sure. Yeah. The first nigga play on my body and I just check my balance, I probably pull up to your hood and come buy me a new cap. You know that your hoe told you that nigga crazy, don't think that she lied to you. Get caught with your hoe and I'm popping them both, now they hot just like Bobby and Whitney. Say I'm the GOAT, act like I don't know, but fucking I'm obviously winning. Don't make me go hit the bank, take out 100 to show you our pockets are different. I'm out with you, I only want knowledge, she got a little mileage, I'm chillin'. You disrespect me and I beat your up all in front of your partners and children. I'm the type that think that I'm broke until I pop out with $1 million. It takes 20K, put that on your head and make one of your partners come kill you. Say if you with me, then you gotta grow up, cause this nigga gotta be kidding. This shit can't fit in my pocket, I got it, like I hit the lottery. I slap down in me, no talking, I don't like to argue with niggas. Ain't gon' be no more laughing, you see me whip out, cause I'm gon' be the shot me and no cap. I don't follow no bitch on IG, but all of your bitches, they follow it. And that little gang go with that gun, he just pull it out in his pictures. Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah, I just signed a deal, I'm on. Yeah. I go where I want, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure. Yeah. Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah, I just signed a deal, I'm on. Yeah. I go where I want, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure. Yeah.
I want Tiffany, I want Angel City,
I want all that ish. Y'all know I be stunting. You know I'm so worthy. I want that bust down rollie. You know diamonds make me feel so horny. Bad muff. I got Louis for my luggage. I need money, so I hustle. This ain't fake. Watch, buster, please don't try me. I might touch it. Cash get crazy when you touch her. She wear chains when she get her charms, cause she lucky. Ice me out. Ice me out. Ice me out. Ice me out.
Tune into Revive Radio every week.
Ice me out. 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 Ice me out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so young.
Yo, DJ Reese, we are definitely in second quarter right now. We stepped into the second quarter of the year, man. Everybody out there, y'all need to start to level up. Let's go. What y'all gonna do to level up? Reese, what you gonna do to level up, man? You gotta make these. Let's go. We gotta make these moves. Money moves. Speaking of money moves, all y'all gotta be to work at 8:30. Y'all past 1 minute past the top of the hour, man. Y'all about to be late. DJ Reese about to get y'all in trouble, man. Let's go. Y'all sitting in the mirror dancing. Y'all need to be in that car. Let's go. Push through.
Let's talk it, more action. You just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating. No losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings. I turn that into money. They gotta never settle. This view is so much better. I'm chillin', I'm winning, like on another level. Oh, you can talk all you want. See me, I stay prayed up. Nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy.
Talk to me, baby. You so pretty, little missy, baby. I got one night for you, baby. It's so hot out the clothes, let them drop to the floor. I want you to talk to me, baby. You so pretty, little missy, baby. I got one night for you, baby. It's so hot out the clothes, let them drop to the floor.
I got it, I got it, I want it, I want it, I own it, I own it, I'm on it, I'm on it. Let's get it, I'm with it, I'm with it. Your city, I'm in it, I'm in it. What they gon' say now? Prove them wrong. What they gon' say now? Moving on. They really in the way now. Hey, what they gon' say now? We living. What they gon' say now? Throwing shade. What they gon' say now? Finding ways. They all gotta pay now. Yo, I can't just be giving out free game. Where you been? Streets dried up, Scottsdale. Pack came in the box filled. I was in Miami eating oxtail. Cuban dated with the cocktail. I put the lean on the rocks, yeah. I can't be fucking with ops, no. They say I'm taking their spot, yeah. But take up a stop, mo. The rumors, no new ones. Outdated, outdated. Twin Dracos, what that is? Related, some kin. I'm federal status. You probation. I'm in the game. What's this? You free agent. I got it, I want it, I want it, I own it, I own it. I'm on it, I'm on it. Let's get it, I'm with it, I'm with it. Your city, I'm in it, I'm in it. What they gon' say now? Prove them wrong. What they gon' say now? They really in the way now. Hey, what they gon' say now? We living. What they gon' say now? Throwing shade. What they gon' say now? Finding ways. They all gotta pay now. Yo, I can't just be giving out free game.
World, Memphis Connect, temperature check, sick as a chip, more smoke me in it. Name money back yours, a lit cigarette. Pick up a check, so many digits, this to be looking like cell phone numbers. What the hell wrong with us? Well-known hustlers climbed up from the tailbone where the world don't want us. Plus shit be dumping, they shooting for close like some elbow jumpers. Put my cell phone, the real but they silicone. Tough titty, got a red bone and a headstrong. Like Biggie said, boy, you're dead wrong. Yeah, I got it, I want it, I want it, I own it, I own it, I'm on it, I'm on it. Let's get it, I'm with it, I'm with it. Your city, I'm in it, I'm in it. What they gon' say now? What they gon' say now? They really in the way now. Hey, what they gon' say now? We living. What they gon' say now?
Yes, man. You already know what time it is. It's Meet Your Girl, P.O.C, host for Revive Radio. We are live right now on Revive is Alive, ReviveIsAlive.com. We're definitely playing homage and tribute to my guy, Nipsey Hussle. Definitely rest in peace, man. Yo, DJ Reese, we got to blend that back in. We got to blend that Nipsey back in, Reese. But I got to...
Nipsey, some more Nip?
Yes, but I got to shout my guy, Nipsey, out first and foremost. Shout out to all his supporters. I definitely want to send, my blessings and my prayers to his family, his friends, his camp, his team, his fiance, his kids. Like, it's just definitely a big loss for the community and just, the hip-hop genre of music in general, because he was definitely a guy that was doing it for us, doing it for the people, telling his truth, speaking his truth, and letting us know what was really going on out here. But I definitely want to put this number out there, man. Following, the fatal shooting of Nipsey Hussle, his music sales reportedly increased 2,776%, Billboard reports. So before passing, Nipsey secured all of his masters to his music. So you know what that means. He's definitely about to, leave his family a little bit of fortune. So, everybody can be taken care of, man. This is definitely a sad one for me. And I know it's sad for, people who really listen to good music. I'm a person who really loves when it comes to good music. I do not play when it comes to good music. So I definitely wanted to put that information out there. Shout out to my guy, Nipsey Hussle. Definitely sending my prayers and my blessings to his family right now. Let's blend that Nipsey back in real quick.
Yes.
Let's make this money here on Revive too, man. Let's support black artists, man. The fact that he was killed, right out front of his own shop is still something that's still, eye-opening to me, because when you see things like that, when you see somebody trying to better the community, trying to put something back into the community, and then it's all taken away just, a blink of an eye, it's just definitely something that we got to pay attention to. We got to stop killing each other, man. We got to stop pointing the finger, and we definitely got to stop pointing them guns. You already know what time it is.
Yeah.
Rich, hip, racks in the middle.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Nipsey joints right here.
Yeah. I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. Yeah. I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. Had to pray to Almighty God, they let my dog out the kennel. When you get it straight up out the mud, you can't imagine it. I've been pulling up in the drop tops with the baddest. Young, been focused on my check. Got a new coupe wrapped around my neck. Tryna put the water on my potato. I got killers to the left of me.
We was lurking on her, ain't show no mercy on her. We was going back to back, we put a curfew on her. It was dark clouds on us, but that was perfect for us. We know you always crash and burn, but it was working for us. Let my tent to V12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well. Millions off from retail, once again I prevail. Knew that was over from the day I dropped my pre-sale. Hold up, let the beat build. See me in the street still. I've been fighting battles up a steep hill. They gave my road dog 12, it was a sweet deal. And I've been riding solo trying to rebuild.
I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. Had to pray to Almighty God, they let my dog out the kennel. When you get it straight up out the mud, you can't imagine it. I've been pulling up in the drop tops with the baddest. Young, been focused on my check. Got a new coupe wrapped around my neck. Tryna put the water on my potato. I got killers to the left of me.
Look, under no condition would you ever catch me slipping. Motorcaded shooters plus the Maybach chauffeur driven. If they catch me with it, don't send me off to prison. Judge ain't sympathizing, court don't show forgiveness. Engine in the Lambo drowning out the music. Sip Dior with the flowers, 5 gold Cubans. Champagne while I shop, hope I splurge foolish. Closing escrow twice this month, both commercial units. Damn, I wish my nigga Fast was here. How you died 30-something after banging all them years? Grammy nominated, in the sauna shedding tears. All this money, power, fame, and I can't make you reappear. But I don't wipe them though. We just embrace the only life we know. If it was me, I'd tell you to live your life and grow. I tell you finish where we started, reach them heights, you know. And gas the V12 to the pipe and smoke.
I was riding around in the V12 with the racks in the middle. Had to pray to Almighty God, they let my dog out the kennel. When you get it straight up out the mud, you can't imagine imagine it. I've been pulling up in the drop tops with the baddest. Young, been focused on my check. Got a new coupe wrapped around my neck. Tryna put the water on my potato. I got killers to the left of me. No.
Right now, sound. Right now, sound.
Radio. Tuning out for Radio.
Right now, sound.
Hit back.
You feel the vibe is contagious. Look in your eyes, shit is dangerous. Grateful I had all the patience. I know you going through some changes. You taking pictures, know your angles. Ooh, no, we ain't perfect, but we damn close. Ooh, you give me something I can pay for. No angel, but you got a halo. When it's nights like this, I really wanna be right here. I really wanna take you there. When it's nights like this, I really wanna be right here. I really wanna take you there.
It was nights like this, feeling right like this. I never really spent no time like this, huh? Your second time at the crib knowing I might not hit. You said what I look like my bitch, yeah. Looking in your eyes, shit is dangerous. The pussy wet, I call it angel dust. I done put so many diamond chains on you, they get tangled up. I never felt like this, it's strange as fuck. Got your ex nigga calling, but he can't do much. Cause you with the kid now, LMA booed up. And all you gotta do is call and watch that Ray pull up. Under the stars since they throwing all the shade on us. Facts. Woo.
You feel the vibe is contagious. Look in your eyes, shit is dangerous. Grateful I had all the patience. I know you're going through some changes. You taking pictures, know your angles. DJ Reese. You know we ain't perfect, but we damn close. DJ Reese. You give me something I can pay for. DJ Reese. That's what it's like. DJ Reese. DJ Reese. DJ Reese.
Doesn't make sense now. Just got real, things are getting intense now. I hear you talking about we a lot. Oh, you speak French now. Giving me the sign, so I gotta take a hint now. I hit you up like, do you wanna hang right now? On the east side, and you know I'm with the gang right now. You say, do I wanna watch? Do I know what time it is right now? Yeah. It's after 2 a.m. and that's asking a lot of you right now. All she talking about is come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me. You don't ever come to me. All she ever says is come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me. You don't ever come to me.
DJ Reese, DJ Reese, DJ Reese, DJ Reese, DJ Reese, DJ Reese.
I've been up for 2 whole days thinking what I did to keep you going. Coming through the voicemails that you left me telling me where I went wrong. I'll admit I'm sorry when I feel I'm truly sorry. Things change, people change, feelings change too. Never thought the circumstances would have changed you. You said you never traded, no. Yeah, you said that. And I believed you when they told me don't. But either way, you're still invited, and I can't even lie to you. Swear these days, all you say is come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me. You don't ever come to me. All she hit me with is come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. Oh, don't ever come to me. Don't ever come to me.
DJ Reese, DJ Reese.
Why you gotta
DJ
start,
Reese,
girl? Why
DJ
you gotta
Reese,
start?
DJ
I know we make time for the things that we want. I know you got another trying to play the part. Just cause he got a heart don't mean he got a heart. Could be standing in the field and he still ain't in the field. Finny
things should change, then I thought we had a deal. Lately you keep questioning what you get out the deal. Doing things to make me feel the way I make it feel. How hard is it to let you know when I'm coming home? That way you could be prepared, maybe take a couple sick days and not miss pay.
I know you see me on the video. I know you heard me on the radio. But you still don't.
Yep, you know what time it is, man. It's me, your girl, P.O.C, host of Revive Radio, man. We are live each and every morning, starting at 7 a.m., man. Revive is alive. I need y'all to turn your radios up. Spread the word, spread the message, man. Stay locked to Revive Radio each and every morning, getting this good morning mix with me, your girl, P.O.C.
Find more information at reviveisalive.com. That is reviveisalive.com because Revive is Alive 365.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You already know what time it is. ReviveIsAlive.com. Once again, ReviveIsAlive.com. Tune in. Revive is alive. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. All I need is one mic. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. It's about that time. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey. Proof of consciousness. Proof of consciousness. P.O.C. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. All I need is it's about that time. Welcome to Revive. Welcome to Revive. Welcome to Revive. Yep. You know what time it is, man. It's Meet Your Girl P.O.C, host of Revive Radio. We are back live on ReviveIsAlive.com, man. Once again, that is ReviveIsAlive.com. You gotta get up anyway, so why not get it with Meet Your Girl P.O.C, getting this good morning mix with me and my guy, DJ Reese. Yo, DJ Reese, how was it this morning live on Revive?
It was great. Everything was good.
Yes. And this was your first full morning. I'm excited to have you on the team, man. I want you to
having me.
No doubt. I want you to introduce yourself for everybody who's tuning in right now. Their first time seeing you on the live, the first time hearing you on their way to work. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. What's going on, Tri-State? What's going on, Philly? I go by the name of DJ Reese, originally from South Jersey, native of Nigeria. That's my, where my family's from. That's where I'm from.
Yes.
Been DJing for over 15 years, so been in this game for real.
15 years? That's how you feeling? So you the OG, you the vet? Or not?
Basically, you call it that.
Okay. And when it comes to DJing, tell us a little bit about your skills, why we need to be listening to you, what you got for the people when you get on the tables.
Man, everything, flavor, style. I mean, playing the new joints, playing the old joints, just mixing everything up. Also different genres too.
Okay. All right, and when it comes to Philly music, man, tell us a little bit about Philly music as a DJ, because people listening right now, and I'm somebody who loves independent artists. I always encourage independent artists to, send their music our way. Shout out to my guy Dre Lloyd, he in the building too as well. You know what I mean? We got a South Jersey artist in the building too. Jersey's heavy in the building. But yes, tell me a little bit about Philly music as being a DJ 15 years.
I ain't gonna lie to you, so hopefully Philly artists don't kill me on this. But I'll say this though, Philly artists, they definitely grind hard. They definitely got a story behind their music. They definitely got the passion. I would just say, the approach is, when you try to hire somebody to listen to your music and check it out, you just gotta have sometimes it's your approach. Cause if your approach is way off, it might be good music, but us DJs, you might not check it, you know what I mean? Based on your approach. So if you come right with the approach, then more than likely you're gonna check it out.
Yo, let me ask you this question, right? Because last week I had the opportunity to interview DJ Active, who's also a Philly DJ, really big in Philly. And I asked him this question. I was like, yo, Active, how do you feel about, artists coming up to you in a club while you DJing, like in, any kind of DJ setting environment that you in, and they walking up handing flash drive CDs, talking about drop this song, put it in your mix real quick. Let me ask you that same question. How do you feel about it when you live, you in action, you know what I'm saying? You in the club, in the lounge, doing your thing, and you got 20 people walking up to you with a flash drive? You playing their music, you mixing it or no?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, it's not the time and place. Unless like I heard of you and you got a joint that's bubbling and no one's really playing. But I feel like the time that if you catch me in the club, I feel like, you know, kind of catch me when I'm like unwinding or I'm breaking down or I'm done, because I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing, stop surveying the fluid, you know, stop my set just to take your flash drive to get that 1 or 2 songs.
Okay.
It's more than likely it's not going.
Are you gonna make time for them at least? Are you gonna make time for that independent artist?
It depends on how they approach it. Honestly, like if you come with a real approach, like, you know, so and so, this is my name. You know, I've been grinding. Da 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 da. I want you to check this out. You know, Chance, can you check this out? Not like you begging for me to check it out, but if you come with some manners, definitely I'll check it out. It's not gonna be at that present moment.
Okay.
I'm going to check it out.
Okay. All right, man.
48 hours. I
had to put you on blast, Reese, man, because we got a lot of independent artists coming through Revive Radio. Also, a lot of independent artists listen to Revive Radio. So I gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying, you here for the people.
Definitely. I definitely show love to independent artists. Just come with a dope approach. Trust me, I'm gonna check it out.
All right, man. Tell the people how to find you, how to stay locked, and everything you got going on.
All right, so you can find me on the IG, Twitter. It's DJREESE_. So IG, Twitter, that's the best ways to find me. Definitely look me up. It's DJ Reese _. You know, holla at me, send me a message. I follow back.
Yes, he does follow back. He followed me back. I appreciate you saying I'm playing. Yes, man. Shout out to my guy DJ Reese in the building. And I gotta start this one off right, man. Rest in peace to my guy Nipsey Hussle. We will be talking about, you know, that whole tragedy here live on Revive this morning. I got Zarina in the building from Walking the Talk. Also my guy Dre Lloyd in the building. We also have a special guest coming through, but I want to read this for you guys real quick in honor of Nipsey Hussle. And this is actually a quote from Nipsey Hussle. Black man, you were never meant to be a savage or a thug. That mentality was taught to you by a white man who despised your masculinity. You are a god by nature. You are strong and moral by nature. You are kind, respectable, and merciful by nature. You are a product and piece of righteousness. Don't take the identity of a beast to just deny your identity as a god. You are royal. You are royalty. Righteousness. Nipsey Hussle. I had to start the show off that way, man, because that was a big loss, not just for, you know, the West Coast, but for the East Coast too. That was a big loss for hip hop in general. Just someone I would definitely, you know, say spoke his truth. Someone who really was for the people, about the people. Someone who really just had, you know, a platform where he could, I would say, really just get that voice across in so many different ways, get that message across in so many different ways. Shout out to my guy, shout out to my girl Harmony, the goddess, who just walked in the building as well, man. But yes, just when it came down to Nipsey Hussle, it was definitely, you know, a story and a vibe that just needed to definitely be heard, and then, you know, some light needed truly to be shined on. And we're gonna be talking about that, you know, when we get everything settled. Turn the music back up, DJ Reese. You ready for the people one time for the one time? We got to get the people blowing again, man. We about to go on this quick break. It's about to be 9 o'clock for everybody who got to be to work by 9. Definitely tune into Revive. You got to get up anyway, so why not get it with Meet Your Girl P.O.C. And don't forget, man, it's going down. It's definitely going down April 20th and April 21st. You have a jam-packed weekend with Meet Your Girl P.O.C. and the whole Revive family. Flyers, information, and so much more will be dropping today on Revive is Alive. Revive is Alive. ReviveIsAlive.com. And don't forget, man, be a part of our growth and expansion here at Revive Radio by supporting what you value. Your contributions will keep Revive alive, airing 6 days a week, 7 shows a week. All you got to do is donate $1 to ReviveIsAlive.com, and you can find that donate button at the bottom of the homepage on ReviveIsAlive.com. Let's go. DJ Reese, you ready? All right, let's go.
$1,000 place, $1,000 place, fine China, shorty like it, shorty like $1,000 place, fine China, she beautiful every day. Jump in the pool like a lake, I'm a guy from last man, was a cattle. I get lost in her eyes like dust from the skies. Body in her body, I refuse to compromise. I'm a bitch like, oh, she a dime. Say that out loud, I'm so crazy about mine. Born insane, feel you picking up and moving.
selfish about my pose. Shorty like $1,000 plate. Fine China, she beautiful every day. Chop in the like a lake. I'm a guy for the last name was a battle. Standing high like dust from the skies. Body in a body, I refuse to compromise. Dreams, I'm a glass like, oh, she could die. Say it out loud, I'm so crazy about my life.
Back home smoking legal. I got more steps than the Beatles. Running on diesel, dog. Playing with my nigga, it's lethal, dog. Don Corleone. Trust me, at the top it isn't lonely. Everybody acting like they know me, dog. Don't just say it, but you gotta show me what you gotta do. Bring the clip back empty. Yeah, I see the ball, so they sent me, dog. I took over all for the 10 piece, dog. Ain't nothing, I'm just being friendly, dog. Just a little 10 piece for it, just to blow it in the mall. Doesn't mean that we involved. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't going playing ball, but I'll show you how to gotta do it. If you really wanna fall till you fall, when you're back against the wall, and a bunch of need you to go away. Still going bad on them anyway. Saw you last night, but did it all day. Yeah, a lot of murder caught me in a hard way. Got a sticky and I keep it at my dog's place. Girl, I let me love it, magic, not all shade. Still going bad on you anyway. I can feel like 80 rats in my Marys. Me and Drizzy back to back, it's getting scary. If you fucking with my eyes, just don't come near me. Put some bands on your head like Jesse Terry. Rich and Millie cuss a Lambo. Known to keep the better on commando. Every time I'm in my trap, I move like Rambo. Ain't a neighborhood in Philly that I can't go. For real. She said, oh, you rich. I graduated, call me Big Fish. I got Lori Harvey on my wish list. That's the only thing I want for Christmas. I been had my way out here, yeah, no, that's facts. You ain't living that you said, yeah, we know that's cat. You ain't got the ass in when you see me, no, I'm strapped. DCOVO, we back again, going back.
Yeah. Oh, that's the name of the track. Yeah. Oh, that's the yeah. That's the name of the track. Yeah. Oh, that's landing on the track when I shoot back. We are landing on the track. Swerving. How you look so perfect when you verse this? Double C in person, you deserve it. Maybe Thursday, and in person, but you're curving. Curvy little body on the surface. Yeah, I'm along your body, make you nervous. I like the way you keep up with your earnings. But it's okay, I'm swerving. I from the and leave you turning. The type to make me feel like I'm so worth it. Blame my ex that she did me dirty. I love it and she cried it. New look, you would think I'm bleeding from my toes. Go inside of you, make you feel like you pose. I want you to get up on your knees and your toes. I see one of my enemies, they gon' freeze like they cold. I swear I ain't gon' kill her, but touch me if you want. You don't want my adrenaline rush and leave me alone. On my mind, I can't think straight. On my sounding like they scream. Baby, cover diamonds with baguettes, yeah. Everything is right, that's what I'm swerving. How you look so perfect when you verse this? Double C, in person.
She ain't never do this before, but she good at it. Said she never made love, but she good at it. She makes me feel good when I look at it. I get goosebumps when I look at it. Only girl just wanna have fun with it. Only girl just wanna have fun with me. These girls ain't really no good for me. Yeah. Da 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 da. Yeah, got a new biz that I ain't promoting. Yeah, all of my friends love money, don't hate. Let me tell you something about my life. And every single dream,
in my diamond rings. The way you walking, the way you talking, it's all because of me. And the way I'm all on you, girl, you know it's true. Don't you ever think it's another me, girl, on everything. It's a lot on me, I cannot be seen, I cannot be taking apologies. Yeah, they proud on me, cause that bag on me. Yeah, they after me, I got racks on me, got the stash on. Hoodie on low, but I stay focused, yeah. It's hard to stay low and everybody know this, yeah. Come back at it, she ain't never do this before, but she good at it. So she never.
For more details, email us at revive.poc@gmail.com. Stream live with Revive. ReviveIsAlive.com.
All the girls just wanna have fun with me. These girls ain't really no good for me. Yeah. Da 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 da. Yeah, got a new biz that I ain't promoting. Yeah, all of my friends love money, don't da da da. Can I come by? I get a different type of fly. Hit a lick and split it with my guys. Getting rich, I'm really lit, but I ain't I admit it, but I try. If I'm wrong, just tell me that I'm right. Let me tell you something about my life. Look back at it. Said she never made love, but she good at it. I get goosebumps when I look at it.
DA got that dope.
Ice water turn Atlantic. Night calling in a fan. Told them, oh, they don't you panic. Took a island, felt the magic. Drop the roof, more expansion. Drive a coupe, you can stand it. Undercover. I'm an ass and titty lover. Guess we all meant for each other. Now that all the dogs free, and we out in these streets. Can you do it? Can you pop it for me?
Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z. Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z.
Blow the brains out the coop. Polly wanna talk, but I'm on mute. I'ma bust her wrist down cause she cute. Car on the yacht, I been in the pool. She an addict for the lifestyle in the paddock. Daddy, have you ever felt Chanel fabric? I be dripping to death, I need a casket. And we got more strikes in the rough, we foul tech em. In the middle of the field like David Beckham. I'm locked up for real, I'm tryna help him. When I got a meal, got me the chills, don't know what happened. Pop, do what you feel, I'm on that zombie. I'm more like Gaddafi, I'm not no Gundy. I'm more like I'm David Goliath running. Be cloning, I find it funny. We finna know, straight out the dungeon. We finna know. I go in the mouth, because of me nothing. 300 the watch is out of your budget. 300. Mean muggin' got me clutching. Yeah, and this stick right out of Russia.
Ice water turn Atlantic. Night calling in a phantom. Told them, hold it, don't you panic. Took an island, felt the mansion. Drop the roof, more expansion. Drive a coupe, you can stand it. It's undercover. I'm an ass and titty lover. Guess we all meant for each other. Now that all the dogs free, and we out in these streets. Can you do it? Can you pop it for me?
Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z. Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z. In a Hellcat, cause I'm a hellraiser. Self-made, I don't owe a damn favor. When you get that money, keep your heart. I'm sliding in a coupe, ain't got no key to start. I got to follow me in BET Awards. When your well run dry, you know you need me for it. When I pull up in a Buick, you know what I'm doing. If the police get behind me, fleeing any lure. Sleeping on the pallet, turn me to a savage. I'm a project baby, now I stay in Calabasas. Like I'm still surfing, like I'm still jacking. I be sipping on, trying to keep balance. Hit that Z-Walk, dicky with my Reebok. I don't say much, I just let the heat talk. Your jewelry water whoop, diamonds like re-rock. My little baby rock that like seatlock. When I stepped up on the scene, I was on a beam. When I jumped up out the beam, I was in Celine. Baby girl, you just a fling, that ain't what I mean. Money busting out my jeans like I do skiing. Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Z, it's that Z. Pull up in a demon on guard. Looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z.
I know you're gonna do it for the
Young Money.
I know you're gonna do it for the grand, right?
Shout out to my guy DJ Reese. Shout out to my guy DJ Reese, man. Revive is alive 365, 24/7 a.m. to the p.m. We about to get started this morning. Let's go.
Like you, cause you funny. You boys ain't stunners. I'm the one that came in the summer. I got a black Barbie. She into Minaj. I'ma do it all night till I got nothing. Sip got me buzzing. I am not a husband. I could be your daddy cause I am a mother. Why you mugging? These boys sweet muffin. Put my seed on her face, she get smashed like a pumpkin. Ooh, she love it. Do me rougher. Talk that nasty. When I smack it, can you make a dip? Make a dip, 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 make a dip. Here, baby, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip. Lick a lip, lick a lip. Yeah, baby, I just wanna see you dip, see you dip. Make a dip, make a dip, make a dip, make a dip, make a dip. Yeah, baby, take a sip, 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 take a sip. Yeah, baby, show me how you make a dip.
Tippy, then put it on my lippy. Even when it gets sticky, he know it still got the drippy. Yeah, I'm pulling your card though, got him calling me Ricky. All these bitches, my minis, got him calling me Mickey. All that rah-rah never was the icon issue. Harper's Bazaar, I'm covering the icon issue. I got issues, yeah, I got issues. W, Vogue, Cosmo, I got issues. I was pulling with some Barbie dolls, sticking the stars. I saw we looking for some brain with a whisk of the eyes. Last night was a dope dealer, hell of a guy. Said the top 5 that are alive.
Can you make a dip, 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 make a dip. Here, baby, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip. Lick a lip, lick a lips. Yeah, baby, I just wanna see you dip, see you dip. Make a dip, make a dip, make a dip, make a dip, make a dip. Yeah, baby, take a sip, 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 take a sip. Yeah, baby, show me how you make a dip. Santana bandana on the twist. Got your chick wave riding on my many things. I done came back with the hits, fresher than the pillow with the mint. What I said, I meant. This big. I came to flex. Look in the mirror. Look at your ass. Good career. How you make a G-string just disappear? She like, buy me all this strip. I need bags, I need fits, I need cash, I need cash. I'm just really hood rich. Make it splash, make it splash. But before I get you drip, I just got one question. Can you make a dip, 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 make a dip? Here, baby, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip. Lick a lip, lick a lips. Yeah, baby, I just wanna see you dip, see you dip. Make a dip, make a dip, make a dip, make a dip, make a dip. Yeah, baby, take a sip, 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 take a sip. Yeah, baby, show me how you make a dip.
I'm depositing all these ends while you got to
show me how you make a dip.
Eat a box or something. I such a little watch with some rocks or something.
Show me how you make a dip, 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 make a dip. Yeah, baby, show me how you make a dip, 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 make a dip. Yeah, baby, show me how you make a dip.
Who got the juice? Be sending you crazy. Who got a man like me and that baby? Yeah, I had to dash like Dion, baby, on Stacy. When you turn them down, these clowns turn into babies. Who got the juice? Be sending you crazy. Who got a man like me and that wavy? Well, these niggas want me to love them like I'm Kiki. Got them in their feelings since they see me and Fifi.
For iRadio. Tuning out for iRadio.
Yep, you know what time it is, man. It's Meet Your Girl P.O.C, host of Revive Radio. We are live right now on revivesalive.com. You gotta get up anyway, so why not get up with Meet Your Girl P.O.C each and every morning, starting at 7 a.m., getting this good morning mix. You already know when I say Revive is Alive, Revive is Alive, revivesalive.com. Check us out, click that link in my bio, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Revive_P.O.C.
Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. All I need is one mic. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. It's about that time. It's your girl your mind. All I need is it's about that time. Welcome to Revive. Welcome to Revive. Welcome to Revive.
Yep, to the yep. You know what time it is, man. It's Meet Your Girl P.O.C, host of Revive Radio. Once again, we are back live on ReviveIsAlive.com, man. Once again, Revive is Alive, Revive is Alive, ReviveIsAlive.com. Each and every morning, turn your radios up. You got to get up anyway, so why not get up with me, your girl P.O.C. Shout out this morning, man. We brought the morning in just right with my guy, DJ Reese, man. He definitely came through on the ones and twos, man, and definitely did it for you guys, man. Y'all gotta wake up, man. So definitely push through each and every morning with us here at Revive Radio. Don't forget to mark your calendars for the 20th and the 21st. More information will be dropping soon on our website as well as our social media at Revive_POC. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Revive_POC. And don't forget about that newsletter so you can stay locked with everything we got going on here at Revive Radio. I got a full house in the building. Shout out to our special guest, Sunny D. She's in the building. What's up, Sunny? How you feeling this morning?
Good. Every day I'm good.
Yes. We got Zarina.
What's up?
What's good? And my guy, Dre Lloyd. How y'all feeling this morning?
Good.
I need some energy, y'all. What's up with y'all?
Listen.
What's up? It's Tuesday. It's the day after my birthday. I got a lot of energy for y'all. If y'all don't got enough for me, just know I got something for y'all.
I see. I didn't do my 10 jumping jacks before I got the door.
10 jumping jacks, 20 squats. I was in there this morning. Oh, we got some static on the mic.
Talking about in there. You was doing jumping jacks?
I was doing all of it, man. All of it. I was definitely doing all of it, trying to get right, man. It's my birthday. I was trying to make sure I had that beach body before the beach came.
Happy birthday.
I don't know about I'm going to have that. I'm going to have some type of body, but I don't know if it's going to be the beach. It ain't
Mine's going to be the beach house body.
Child, I'm not about to be a boardwalk the way my body's spread out.
Out.
All right.
Yes. Hold on. Give us 1 second. We're going to go to a quick break. We got something I needed to figure out real quick. Right after this break, we'll be right back.
I'm Aaliyah from Reclaim You.
I'm Juwadia from Reclaim You.
I'm Mahir from Reclaim You.
I'm Lewis from Reclaim You.
Now tune in to Revive Radio.
Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. All I need is one mic. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. It's about that time. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey. Proof of consciousness. P.O.C. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. All I need is it's about that time. Welcome to Revive. Welcome to Revive. Welcome to Revive.
Yep. You already know what time it is, man. We're going to start this over again. Revive is Alive 365. I got 3 amazing people on the mic with me right now. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves once again. So I started with my special guest, Sunny D.
You, Sunny D over here, because I hear OJ will kill you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
OJ will kill you if you let that sink in real quick.
AJ will kill you.
OJ.
OJ. Oh, OJ Simpson. Oh,
see. When you explain the joke, it ain't funny no more. I'm done. No jokes.
I took a sip of this concoction.
Don't even start.
What is it? What is it though? Let me know what it is.
This is the P.O.C. Prosecco.
Oh,
okay,
man, I got a drink.
You got a drink. You got a drink, baby.
Prosecco.
At the bottom you have Jersey Shine, Lightning Moonshine, and then you have it with some pineapple juice, and I topped it with Prosecco. Floating in here are watermelon cubes. They're just watermelon pieces. I love watermelon, by the way. And fresh basil.
Oh my God! Once again, you tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Revive Radio. I got my own drink. Thank you guys. Shout out to my guy Dre. Dre actually connected me to Sunny D. Man, Dre, go ahead and introduce yourself. You're not new. The people already know your voice by now, but go ahead and tell them who you are.
Yeah, you already know. For those who don't know, my name is Dre Lloyd, new face in New Jersey.
Yes, the new face in New Jersey. When he say it, he really means it, y'all.
He does. Absolutely.
He really mean it. Tell the people why you mean it.
Well, I mean, why new face?
Why are you the face? Why are you the new face? Why are you just the face in general?
I'm bringing the idea or the fact of people. Well, people need to be like embrace being themselves, flaws and all. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm comfortable in my own skin, and through my words, works, and deeds, my actions, people are going to be able to see that I'm definitely comfortable in my own skin, and I'm learning from my mistakes and taking life day by day. So we grow together.
Yes.
That's what it is.
All right, shout out to Dre Lloyd, man. This is my guy for real. Make sure you guys check out his music too. He ain't mentioned his music, so I'm gonna mention it for him. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys check out his music. How can they find your music, Dre?
Oh, you can find me on all platforms. Dre Lloyd online. That's DRELLOYD online. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or you can log on to my website DRELLOYDonline.com.
Yes, man. And support what you value. Don't just listen to the music. Buy the music as well, man. Support these black-owned businesses. And I got my girl Zarina talking the walk, man. She's doing so much. How are you feeling, Z?
It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm feeling good.
I'm good.
You
God
good?
is good.
How was your weekend? I know you always busy. You stay busy.
Yeah, it was busy because I preached twice. So I preached on Friday and then I preached on Saturday in Brooklyn. I was so tired I didn't take one picture. I was just exhausted, and then
it'd be like that.
Like it was just what it was. Like God had his way. So the weekend was cool. It was a lot of traveling because I had to come back and forth, and then Sunday was busy. But to God be the glory, I'm here. My uncle that was actually sick woke up.
Awesome.
So I'm going to walk down the street. They tried to pull the plug on him last week, so my mom was all over the place, but we prayed and he's still here. He's it's going to be a long recovery, but he's still here though. So trust what God shows you.
Yes, man, definitely.
They love pulling that plug.
Trust me, I'm definitely sending prayers and blessings. And like earlier we were talking about the whole Nipsey Hussle situation, and that's something that hit really hard to me. And I wanted to ask your opinion too before we really got into today with our special guest, because Sunny D, she got something for you guys, man. She's not new to this. She actually has a show herself where she has so many different topics, and she brings up so many different drinks, and the topic flow with the drink. So I'm gonna let her explain that to you guys. But I want to know your thoughts about this Nipsey Hussle situation that went on this past Sunday.
Well, can I ask a question?
Please.
Do you think it's a conspiracy as well?
With the Nipsey Hussle situation? I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but I'm not gonna say this is a entire conspiracy because there is so much more tied to the story. I was trying to do as much back into it as possible, but yes, we all know what he was doing with the Dr. Sebi situation. We all know the truth that he was putting out, the information that he was putting out, but at the same time, and the information that he's putting out in his music, and then also the fact that he owns all of his titles and masters to his music. So it's a lot that goes with it, because soon 21 Savage got the opportunity to own his masters. He got hit with that ICE situation, and then Nipsey, so it's definitely something going on, but I don't want to justify that conspiracy of the whole Dr. Sebi situation until I actually dive a little bit deeper into my research. But I know something is going on.
I just think it's disgusting, first of all, that black people are always labeled as black on black crime, right? When a black person, there's no white on white crime, no Hispanic on Hispanic crime. That doesn't happen anywhere else. So I just feel like it's disgusting whether it's a conspiracy or not, just to kill one of your own who's trying to better his community, and he's going in there, he's creating jobs, he's opening businesses. Like I can't wrap my mind around the good that he was trying to do and what they took away from their own community by taking him out.
Facts. I definitely agree with you on that.
Okay. I would first like to say that I do not believe that it's a conspiracy at all. I don't. I'm not gonna say, well, it's not my place to really say like, you know, where the information came from, but it had nothing to do with the government. It had nothing to do with his connection and him doing anything with Dr. Sebi or anything like that. It was, you know, it was street stuff that was going on with that. Okay, so I mean, later on, you know, when the story comes out, you feel me, if it ever does hit the surface, then everybody will be able to, you know, really understand that. But I think a lot of times, and I'm not saying this towards anybody in this room or anything like that, but I think a lot of times people, you know, that's like the first thing to say, oh, is this, you know what I'm saying, he was about to do this, so this is the reason why. Not saying that isn't the case for certain individuals, but with this one, it definitely wasn't that. But I would like to say something. I would like to read something because even though, you know, Nipsey, you know, transitioned, I would like to say, death is no enemy of man. It is a friend who, when the work of life is done, just cuts the cords that binds the human to the human boat to earth, that it may sail on smoother seas. So, you know, with that being said, you know, at the end of the day, though he's not here with us in the physical anymore, he will, you know, his spirit being connected to us and everything else around us, seen or unseen, will remain, you feel me, present forever.
Fact,
you know
I definitely.
So we gotta ride out with that.
I mean, we both rocking the Unk right now, so I definitely believe, you know, in eternal life. So I definitely understand what you mean by that.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, this one is going to be an impact. You know what I mean? Not just for us, you know, on the outside looking in, but for the people who are actually in the inside. You know what I mean? Going down in his community, his city, his home, his family. Even I would say for hip hop, like just me being, you know, someone who's a big advocate and a big buff, you know, when it comes to good music, like I really feel like taking him out of the game is going to take that conscious message that we all need, you know, shifting that narrative that we all was looking for, you know, that taking the drug talk, the, you know, the I would say the sexual explicit lyrics out and putting something as far as substance into the music is what we were looking for, and he definitely did that for us.
So I actually don't agree. I don't, well, let me stop saying conspiracy, because God is in control of all things. So I want to be clear on that I'm not going to say conspiracy. However, I do think that there were things that played into part. There is a higher agenda around us that we all know that controls the things of this world, whether we like to believe that or not. And someone that's in the gun violence world, and the way that this is playing out, some things is just a little off to me. Like the way everything is going, the investigation and all of those things, even though people are kind of, if you think about how it went down, the way people sit around, there's a lot of different things that came into play. And so what they like to do is, because like you said, Blake on Blake crime, is they already know how it's going to play out. They know if they can incite someone to do something for them, then their hands is clean, but it doesn't mean that they're not behind it. So, you know, I always go Bible. So we think about when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane, even Judas was the person that came and betrayed Judas. They still incited him to do such, and they did what they needed to do after. So I definitely think that Nipsey was going against the agenda. Now, I don't listen to him because of the fact that, you know, I don't listen to a lot of things, but I definitely think what he was doing was great. Fact. I think that his whole approach to how he was trying to better people, how he was hiring artists, because he understands starving artists. You know how y'all got to have a 9-to-5, but y'all want to be out there and doing y'all thing. Like, I think that was great to do. However, there are people that are around you that people can walk up to, and they can put you up to something for their purposes. So I definitely think that they're going to keep their hands clean in this, but I definitely think that they had a play in it. And if you look at, not even just with Dr. Sebi, because I don't want to get caught up in Dr. Sebi, because he wasn't just doing Dr. Sebi stuff. So I agree why people are saying, like, this ain't no Dr. Sebi thing. But if you do look at the facts with Dr. Sebi and Left Eye and everybody, when you start, not even just him, Michael Jackson, Prince, everybody that starts to go against the agenda, where they at? So for me, I don't think it's necessarily just a conspiracy, just that they have an agenda. And when you have, knowledge is power. When you start to build your people up and you start to influence them and you start to educate them and you're coming against people's money, where at the end of the day it's still at the top of the chain, and we know that they can do what they say. He even said it. A lot of people you think about that their demise, they knew. So what I think that was great about him is that he wasn't afraid of that, and I think that a lot of people need to understand that this is just a temporary space with your purpose. I think this was his purpose. It was just his time. It's sad the way it was, but I think what's happening in his death is people are paying attention, which how I know God is in control of that.
It's going to wake up 1,000
A lot of people that are definitely paying attention now.
It's definitely going to wake up 1,000 more Nipsey, especially, you know, everybody. I'm not really really into the whole gangbanging scene, but definitely, Nipsey definitely had his hand in there. And with that situation, I feel like that's going to, push that agenda even more to be on another side of the spectrum of making sure that the community comes together, bringing that unity together, because that's a big loss.
It was.
And then for me to find out that, he was right out front of his own store when this happened, because he was out there actually taking pictures with the community when the guy pulled up. You know what I'm saying? But I want to put this information out there. So according to Fox News, authorities on Monday released the name of the suspect who shot and killed rapper Nipsey Hussle and injured several others during the shooting at the strip mall in South Los Angeles on Sunday. The suspect gunman has been identified as Eric Holder, a 29-year-old Los Angeles resident with gang ties, according to news released by the Los Angeles Police Department. So with this information, right, within 24 hours turnaround, they got the man's name, picture, and him as a suspect.
Is this the same guy from Instagram who was saying that he killed Nipsey?
No,
it's a different guy. I knew that was some fake stuff. Who's gonna go live and do that?
Because they want we in the era of social media. We're definitely in the era of social media.
I don't believe everything they put in the news.
No.
I don't believe everything they put in the news. I don't.
But what threw me off and what made me want to look into the story even more, the fact that they have this man's name out there, his picture out there, and considering him as the suspect, the prime suspect in this situation, is also more eye-opening, because when people like Trayvon Martin, when people like so many other black men who get gunned down, we can't get their names, we can't get their suspects, we can't get anything. But this has happened in 24 hours, so it was just like another eye-opener, because we was reading a story last week about a young lady in a school. It was a student aide, and they didn't even put her name in the article because they didn't want to put her on blast, but they will put this out there. So when it comes to that narrative, when it comes to that narrative of black on black crime, it's definitely something that we need to continue. That's what I feel like they're
pushing. Like when Kiki was murdered, the story that they put out was false. Where they said she was shot at was false. I do not believe. I'm not saying that everybody's a liar, but I think that they put and they can build, and they know like how right now the blacks are like really upset, and they're like, they know. So to keep the riot in them, because they already know if they ain't do something with that was going to be crazy. But I don't believe everything in there, because I've experienced, not even just with Kiki, where the story that they put was completely fabricated.
Facts.
So I'm not saying it's a lie, but I do know that they can build what they want to build in media and kind of just leave it there, and people will believe it because they put it on paper. But that don't mean that's what happened. Even what you're saying, like people put it on paper with Dr. Sebi, people may not believe that. I don't believe everything people put. I don't.
Well, I think the first thing we have to realize is that the media is controlled.
Facts.
That is like the number one thing. And once you wrap your mind around that, like what we're doing right now is different. But trust and believe, if we were saying stuff that reached millions, that hurt somebody else or could affect their pockets, we would be shut down.
Facts. And that's one of the topics we're going to be talking about today too. I'm going to wait for that one, because we got a topic on why people are so sensitive. But Dre, let me ask you this question really before we wrap up, because I definitely want to get into today's guest. When it came down to everybody, picketing and rioting, trying to get answers and justice for Nipsey, what do you think about that? Still hitting the streets, boots on the ground.
That's
shout out to that deep breath.
Yeah.
He needed to be politically correct on this one.
Nah, I just gotta like cover so many different things. It's like, the people where I got the information from was from people who.
Keep going, Dre.
Okay, yeah, the people where I got the information from are like from out there. You know what I'm saying? Who are like in those circles and stuff like that, who actually, like, knew, Nipsey Hussle and all this and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll have to like talk to y'all about that, like, when everything is all over. But I think that the hitting, like, the picketing and the marching and everything is good. But even like during his I think it was the day after. It was just last night. Like 6 people got like stabbed or whatever during that whole situation. 2 people were shot and killed. I think like at minimum. But it's like I don't know. Like we got to just take responsibility for a lot of our own actions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we can't. That's the reason why, like, I was saying, like, the whole thing, like the doctors. A lot of people didn't even know who the hell Dr. Sebi was, but you got people reposting and stuff like, oh, this is what it is, a conspiracy, and you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden people know who Dr. Sebi is. For people who really you know, are involved with the information. Like, it's just like, come on, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, y'all wasn't even on it like that. Now y'all just want something to say. Y'all just want something to repost and hashtag to make it look like y'all woke for the moment or whatever. And everything is going. I mean, but me personally, like, I really did feel like, you know, breaking down like and crying a little bit, and it kind of made me like, but before I found out, you know what I'm saying, what happened or whatever, it made me like even like reevaluate certain things that I was planning myself, like with the music and things like that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like everything that he was doing, like that blueprint that he set was something that I was planning on doing for myself anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, but after he transitioned, you know, with me thinking that it was just like a dude that was just hating or whatever, who took and ran up on him for no reason and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, I don't know, it's crazy, but you know.
I agree with the Dr. Sebi thing.
Yeah,
I knew Dr. We talked about him before.
Yeah.
I knew who he was, but I do agree that some people was just kind of jumping on, like, it's popular to be in there. Like, Tamara knows the stuff that I'm doing with community now, and I'll post up, and it's 800 people on there talking. It's 20 people that show up to the meeting. It's thousands of people that share their flyer and say, look, tag, look, and they don't never come. So I do agree with that. Everybody like to be seen, but you want to know who really for who when they put their feet to the plow and they out there. And it's a lot of us moms out there who don't get seen on social media. I'm not a mom, but I'm out there with them. And then you never see them because it's not, they're out there because they lost a loved one and it's really means something to them. And then you see people that's like, we got to stop this. You know how this goes.
Yeah, we got to stop. Enough is enough.
And they never come out. And they never come out.
In fact, and especially when it comes to Dr. Sebi, I'm somebody who studied Dick Gregory as well, right? Who's on that same type time, that same vibe. And Dick Gregory spoke about this in so many different ways, so many different facets of just protecting yourself. And then also, like, me being, you know, I would say, you know, a conspiracy theorist. And I apologize for what you guys are hearing in the background. We're definitely working on it. Definitely apologize. But when we talk about, you know, Dr. Sebi, you know, being... I'm sorry. This whole situation and being a conspiracy theorist, Dick Gregory was definitely someone who, you know, made sure he talked about pay attention to what you eat because he fasts his ass off. You know what I'm saying? So paying attention to what you eat, paying attention to the medicine that you're taking. Like, he talked about it like in a larger scale. So when you talk about Dr. Sebi, it's so much more to it, especially if you're living that lifestyle. You're really diving deep into things that people don't want you to tell other people, don't want you to
Absolutely. He wasn't the only one. It was a lot of other people.
There's a lot of other people.
You know what I'm saying? But people, like I said, like now people are just jumping on the bandwagon. They just want something to say. Like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Sebi, this.
Controversy sells. Dr. Sebi's story is controversial because he went to jail. He was killed. He was killed. Everybody know.
Well, there's controversy with a whole bunch of holistic doctors.
Well, a lot of them end up dead. A lot of them dead. And even when you think about the activists, the Ferguson activists, how many of them is gone?
That's what
you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of controversy that don't make it. I think is just what's happening is because Nipsey mentioned his name, so now they woke.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the Tupac thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are jumping on like, oh yeah, the government had Tupac killed. And stuff like that. Like, even like during, I mean, before like the interviews and stuff like that started coming out, like on Vlad TV with the people who were actually there, who was talking about like what happened. You know what I'm saying? There was certain information that I was, you know, made privy to like 8 years ago or something like that, and it was all like this. I mean, at the end of the day, Tupac was like a little bit younger than me around the time when he got, you know what I'm saying, when he got murdered.
31, right?
No, he was 25.
He was 25.
He was 25.
I'm thinking about Martin Luther King. I'm sorry.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things that he was doing that was still immature that he had no business in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't come from that, like, I mean, it's just what it is. Like, he didn't come from the gang life or whatever the case may be. He was just doing whatever he was doing in the moment or whatever, not knowing that some of these dudes is like some real dudes and they will come back. Like, you feel me? Like, they not expecting people to come back like so quick like that. Like, that's like their lifestyle out
that's
there.
Even
like,
now.
Yeah, even now. But that's the whole LA thing. Like, people thinking that you just gonna take and run down on somebody and not knowing that some of these dudes are serious and they will come back like sometimes by themselves and light your whole shit up.
Oh yeah.
I don't even think it's just in LA.
Nah, it's
all over. They coming real quick.
Yeah, but the gang stuff is, I mean, especially like in Vegas. Like, Vegas is like a mini LA. Like, North Jersey
is
like a baby LA. Yeah. Like,
I never been to Vegas.
All them dudes out there, they migrate, you feel me, to that area.
I got you.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying, when he stomped him out, a dude, Baby Lane, who came back and did what he did, or whatever, that wasn't no government stuff or whatever. He took it upon himself to go up there.
Oh, you talking about in the casino?
Yeah.
After the fight, after the boxing.
But how many people are still saying, "Oh, that was the government took him out because of X, Y, Z"? That's not always the case, and that's all. That's the only thing I'm trying to say. And the only reason why I'm trying to say that is because.
But you also got to remember, he lived a life ready to die, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Well, life and death is in the time. Look at what Biggie said.
Yo, you guys, we got to go to a quick commercial break, man. Right after this quick commercial, we got to work on these technical difficulties. We got a lot of content that we want to feed you guys. We want to feed you guys the right way because you guys definitely deserve a seat at this table. You already know what time it is, man. Revive is alive, revive is alive, reviveisalive.com. Let's go.
It's the XLR cord.
I want to dash it to you. Take it. You can have it to you. Take it. You know I got this in you. Take it. I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. There's nothing above you. There's nothing above you, above you, above you. Bridget to you. I like your mini skirt to you. Okay, you carry fancy you. If I tell you I love you, oh. My money, my body, now your own, oh baby. 30 billion for the account, yo. Yeah. Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, gotta for me. No do, say that, oh. No do, shakara, oh, eh. No do, gotta for me, oh, eh. Yeah, beautiful too. My number one is tutu. Sipping bruku tutu. For your love it tutu. I go chuku. Biko obianuju. Say you do me juju. Cause I'm feeling the juju. And you know say nobody holy. But I don't go tell you story. I gotta be your man. I gotta be your man. Let me talk to you. Say a few things. Girl, I'm feeling you. But it's up to you. Say you know I got this. I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. There's nothing above you. There's nothing above you, above you, above you. Bridget, you. I like your mini skirt, you. Okay, you carry fancy, you. If I tell you, say I love you, oh. My money, my body, now your own, oh baby. 30 billion for the account, yo. Yeah. Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, gotta for me. No do, say that, oh. No do, shakara, oh, eh. No do, gotta for me, oh, eh.
Your favorite boy, Techno, on the beat.
Mix monster.
Thank you for tuning in. You're now tuning into Revive Radio. Check us out on the website, reviveisalive.com, #1 radio station in Philadelphia.
Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. All I need is one mic. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. It's about that time. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey. Proof of consciousness. P.O.C. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. All I need is it's about that time. Welcome to Revive.
Yep, man. We gonna try this again, once again, man. Today is the day after my Earth Day birthday. I got so much energy for you guys. I hope you guys got energy for me, man. I truly appreciate all the Earth Day birthday love that was shown yesterday, man. It's definitely, it feels good to be loved. It definitely feels good to be loved. And right now, I'm loving on these three beautiful people right now in the studio with me. I got Sunny D, my girl Zarina, and Dre Lloyd in the building this morning. We back, man. Hopefully, we got these mics fixed and everything together. Yo, so we were talking about this Nipsey Hussle situation. I definitely just want wanted to end it and wrap it up by saying I'm sending my blessings and my prayers to his family, his team, his son, his wife, his fiance, so many, different people who had their hands in that situation, man, definitely. And shout out to everybody who's, purchasing his music right now, supporting him, because all of that money is going right back to his family, because Nipsey Hussle was one of those artists who made sure if anything went on, he was going to own all of the right to his own music, own the right to his masters. So every penny that you guys support right now to Nipsey Hussle will go directly to his family. So definitely, man, make sure you guys support this legacy, because we got to keep his name alive, keep his music playing. We definitely going to be playing it live here on Revive Radio. So I definitely appreciate you guys supporting Nipsey Hussle. But I want to go ahead and get into it with my special guest today. I got my girl Sunny D in the building. She brought the drink. What's the name of my drink one more time?
P.O.C. Prosecco.
Prosecco. I just want to get it right. You know what I'm saying? That's a little. What is
that? You got to remember your drink. P.O.C. So at the bottom, I put a little Jersey Shine White Lightning.
Okay.
Now
that's probably why the Prosecco ain't coming out so smooth.
Oh yeah, no. We wanted to ride out a little hard, so we hardened it up. Put a little moonshine in there.
Okay.
Put a little pineapple juice.
Okay.
And then what we took was the watermelon cubes, which is just cubed watermelons, and I put them in the freezer.
That's the
with
thing
fresh
that
basil. Yes, and then we just topped it with Prosecco and make it pretty.
Prosecco. I'm in love right now. Trust me. Shout out to my girl Sunny D, man. She came through showing love. Tell the people who you are first, because I keep shouting you out, but they don't know who you are, Sunny. Who are you?
Well, I'm the CEO and host of True Serum Talk LLC. So I actually have a show that I do live on Facebook, and we also have a podcast that goes on Anchor. So our show is pretty much about everything. Every week we come with a new drink, we come with a new topic. Our topics go from serious to funny. We talk about sex, race, religion, relationships, social media, whatever you can think about. I mean, we talk about sex trafficking. We talk about everything on my show. And the reason I started the show was because I was so tired of everybody being so easily offended. It's like you can't even be in the comedy game anymore and say anything without somebody be offended. You go to a comedy club, people are walking out. Well, he just shouldn't have said that. That's just ridiculous. I just can't believe it. I'm flabbergasted. You're like, what are you serious? You
Not the flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted. I mean, I just got to the point where I was like, I'm going to say what I got to say, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I make a disclaimer at the beginning of the show. This is not for the easily offended, and that's your job at that point to tune out or stay tuned in.
Facts.
And I feel like we hit something for everybody. I'm considered Generation X. Where I'm not quite a millennial. I'm like right on the borderline.
On the cusp.
Yeah, on the cusp.
On the cusp.
However, the old daddies do like me. The old sugar
daddies.
They do like me. They like
get
me.
You on. Share with me. Go ahead.
They like. I'm like, hey, you want to put me on your policy? Trying to get them benefits.
So you thinking about the future?
Hey, I gotta always think about the future. I'm just saying, if you're willing to give, I'm coming from a given place. I'll take.
You think about the future?
Take it and give it.
I feel you.
What scripture is
I just made it up. That was the book of Sunny D. That was the book of Sunny D.
TH on there. No.
Come on. I want you to turn to your book of Sunny D.
Yeah, all right. Sunny D delight.
Yes,
that's what it is.
Scripture 3. All right.
So playing too much. That's also what you guys do on your show.
We play a lot. We play a lot. Because I just feel like life is too short. We take things too serious. We connect ourselves with people we don't even know. And we take their lives so personally. And I feel like Tuesdays at 8 o'clock is your time to just wind down, relax, take off your... Stop bitching. Excuse my language. Stop
Shout
itching.
My God. No, you fine.
Sorry, I'm able to say that.
Always
okay, I was like itching. On my show, we get it in. But only at like 7:30. But no, I feel like that's the time where just you can separate, and just actually enjoy and have fun. Like I always tell people, man, people take things too serious. Like everything. Everybody's offended by everything you say. So sometimes I have made it a point to offend people.
Facts.
Just to see.
Okay.
Just to see what happens.
Me, I take it to the point where it's not necessarily offending people, but I'm going to speak my truth, which I know is going to be offending.
Exactly.
So I don't apologize for that. I don't apologize for speaking my truth ever.
Yes.
So let's just make the topic of discussion today. Why are people so sensitive?
Oh my goodness.
Let's get into it.
It's simple.
Let's get into it. Why are people so sensitive, man? We live right now on Revive Radio. I got my girl Sunny D, Zarina. Nald is in the building. Shout out to the Corporation Takeover. Yeah. And my guy Dre Lloyd, right? So I want to ask you guys, why are people so sensitive in 2019? Why can't we say and feel the way we want to feel without other people addressing us based on how they feel?
It's simple. People cannot handle the truth. I know it's old school science.
That's what it is.
Old
it's
school.
the truth.
They can't. People cannot handle the truth, and your truth is not my truth.
Facts.
So you should be able to just ride. I should be able to listen to what you say respectfully. I can say, okay, you know what? That's your truth.
Facts.
I don't have to disagree. I am around too many people nowadays who constantly have to battle me on what my opinion is.
Facts.
That's my opinion.
Right.
That's why mine is in front of opinion.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And every time they try to make you believe what they believe. Now, it's different if you're enlightening me. That's one thing. Because there's a lot of stuff I don't know. I'm never going to claim to be the first person in the room to know. But there's so many people who want you to believe what they believe.
Facts.
Right.
Stop it. Get out of my face. I'm going to raise the drink.
And then I agree with you on that. And then for me
Ching.
personally, I don't really care about your beliefs. You know, I care about what you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you coming to me with some, I'm thinking, I'm trying, I believe kind of type time, I'm really not going to be 100% invested in the first place because everything that I do, I'm grounded in. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not grounded in, I'm on my way to get the knowledge so I can stay grounded.
Right.
So when it comes to people belief systems and what they believe and what they trying to do, it's really, you know, it ain't 100% for me. I'm not 100% invested in your thoughts and your opinions unless you got some facts to back it up. Then I can be like, all right, let's put this knowledge on it so we can know what the hell we talking about, not what we believe what we talking about.
Right, absolutely. Duncan, is it coming through?
Yeah, you
good?
are.
Okay, yeah. So I think that people, well, we've been as a like general masses or whatever, we've been groomed to behave like this now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like, you know, accepting things for what it is and be like, damn, I really don't mess with that or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? It is like we've been trained to be sensitive, like, you know what I'm saying? And so, and just to piggyback off of what you just said, you know, the whole belief, in my opinion, and what I think, we'll go off of that instead of actually knowing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody could tell you something and give you a point of reference, and you'll fall back, and because you don't agree with it or it goes against what you believe, you'll fall back and be like, oh well, if that's what you want to believe, then that's fine or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is out, man. Like we can't do that no more. Because at the end of the day, even though we might be grown men and women around here, we can't have like a civilized conversation if I'm bringing to you like facts and something for you to stand on. You know what I'm saying? And because you don't want to, you don't want to embrace that, you want to fall back and be like, oh, well, this is what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't even begin to move forward like as a people or accomplish anything that we set out to do for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? If we still talking about belief, that's a problem to me, anyway.
Go ahead, jump in on. Shout out to the corporation being in the building.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that when it comes down to it, right, a lot of people are timid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
No, you got to speak a little bit more in the mic. There you go.
They believe, you know, the belief system is one thing, but principles and knowledge that you actually hold is another.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to belief system, everyone has their own particular belief,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a lot of people, just like how you mentioned, everyone speaks their truth.
Yeah.
A lot of people scared that their truth's gonna crumble.
Yeah.
If you speak about it, you know,
Because they can't back that shit up.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
exactly.
You have a conversation with somebody, and it's like, I hold this is my belief, but it's like, can it hold water though?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when you have that conversation with somebody, it's like they get a little.
Exactly.
You got the heat underneath their seat now, and they can't stand it. They're going to walk away, or they're going to voice their opinion elsewhere about you.
Facts. Go ahead, Zerina. I want to hear what you got to say.
Already. I don't let you know how I talk. I know what I know.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't forced to believe anything that I believe in. This is something I actually experienced. I read the Bible, but I experienced the living word. He's alive. My God is alive. So for me, I speak from that place and everything. I don't speak from a place of being a victim. You know, I've been through 800 things and back, and still going to do stuff today.
And you still strong,
and I still go. So I don't speak from a place of believing, because God has allowed me to see where I know that this is temporary. This is an assignment, and so what He shared for me to give is just what it is. This is what He's given me to say to you. You can believe it or not. I got to go, and you know I get it from both sides, because from the church and from the world. But I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna dress how I want to dress. And I'm gonna do what God tells me to do, because the way He's made me allows me to get to the people He wants me to get to. So I'm focused on my purpose and the people I'm talking to. For whoever doesn't believe, I wasn't called to you. I was called to this person right here. So I might be in a room full of 1,000 people, and one might listen to me. I'm only focused on the one, because God was focused on me. And so that's the way I live my life, where I am specific about what I do. So it may not look right to you, but this is how He gave me instructions, because there's somebody in that room that it was for. So I speak like that. I speak from a place of knowing, because I know when he tells me to say something, it's for somebody in that room. I don't care what everybody else got to say.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say that's the difference, is there's knowing and there's belief. Belief is a dangerous thing because belief can be shaken.
That's why I don't
easily
really
shaken.
the belief.
Knowing, when you say you know, no, I know that I know that I know.
Exactly.
Just like I say, I know that I know that I know. Hashtag HBO bound. Let's go.
Yes. Speak that to your existence, sis.
That's
well, so shout out to Google, man, because especially if you want to know something, Google is the #1 search engine in the world, Google and YouTube. But I wanted to just say this because Google with P.O.C. real quick. I actually looked up the most sensitive topics to talk about in 2019. What are people, shying away from when it comes to conversation? What people don't want to talk about. #1 thing was race, of course. So race, politics, incest. Incest. People don't want to talk about incest. HIV and AIDS, faith, relief. Well, this is one. Faith, religion, belief system, sexuality, abortions, drug and alcohol, suicide, domestic violence, rape, and sexual assault. That was one. And death and behaviorment. That's one. And then research ethics. That was another one.
And this lets me know something about my show because I think I've discussed every one of those topics.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, I have too.
So those are the top topics, that people do not want to discuss right now in 2019.
Is a big thing people don't want to talk about. But I've
and
experienced
pedophilia.
it.
Pedophilia was also, that was number 16. Pedophilia.
They don't want to.
#1 was race. And #2 was
Really?
politics.
That's #1?
Race. Well, let me just do the top 4 again. The top 4 was race, politics, incest, and AIDS and HIV.
When it comes down to race, that was actually the first thing that came to my mind when you first brought the topic up. Simply because, we go to greats like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King based a lot of his protests off of.
No, you gotta get into the microphone.
Off of Mahatma Gandhi, right? But behind the scenes, it said that Mahatma Gandhi, based off of India having a caste system, based off of Brahmanism, he never did anything for the darker people of India.
That's actually...
You better get Dre started.
I'm like, I get in this conversation often.
If you read Nature Knows No Color Line, it actually goes over that, how India was one of the first... Well, it wasn't India how we know it to be today, but, that region that was called Hindustan at that point in time, were the first group of people who started separating themselves based off of skin pigmentation, off of a caste system, right? So even if you're talking about, if you're talking about race and you're talking about the quote unquote black and white issue, a lot of people don't want to accept that they're not crayons and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If you try to tell them that they're more than that, they'll try to argue with you about oh no, I'm a black man, I'm this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But if you give them points of references of where their whole idea of what race is actually comes from, and the fact that they're still looking at themselves through a Eurocentric perspective, they'll argue with you over that. You see what I'm saying? Again, this is going off of what you believe. You know what I'm saying? Well, people, how they feel, their opinions off of what they know. I mean, if you go and you research anyone, Carl Linnaeus, Francois Bernier, which actually the first person during the 17th century who started dividing the human race up based off of phenotype, skin pigmentation, and things like that. He was the first person to start doing that. Then Carl Linnaeus came in the 1700s, and then you have Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, who came out with a book in 1965 called "The Natural Varieties of the Human Species."
Dre like a walking encyclopedia.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, so you got,
he did it for me. I'm like, okay, I should write this down.
All of that, man. Look up all these people, man. Matter of fact, UNESCO released a report in 1940 or 1950, in section 14 of that document, that actually says that race was nothing more than just a caste system. It has nothing to do with genetics, as far as black and white is concerned. It was a social experiment used for social reconditioning and stuff like that. So they broke all that stuff down. Yeah. So
I like that you said social reconditioning, because people don't want to talk about that either. People don't want to talk about the genocide that we had to deal with.
Yeah.
People don't want to talk about the crab in a barrel mentality, the environment that you dropped us in. You know what I mean? People don't want to talk about that. People don't even want to talk about the fact that there's no such thing as black on black crime.
Yeah.
That's not even a topic of discussion. You know what I mean? Because people don't even want to understand that people kill where they are. Where they at that time. You know what I'm saying? So another thing I wanted to talk about too. So controversial topics that they brought up too, which was plastic surgery, human trafficking, genetic cloning, and animal testing.
I can speak from the human trafficking part.
Talk about
They definitely don't speak about that. Remember, last week we were talking about that, because that's one of the things that's one of my main focus. It's hundreds and thousands of minority women that's missing, and they don't look for them. But what people don't understand is they don't have a unit to look for them. Facts. Which is what I had shared last week. A lot of people think there's probably missing people's units, and it's not. They don't have that, so there's no manpower behind it.
You told me that last week.
Secondly, they only have the Amber Alert for people that are under 18. So what happens if one of us go missing? They're not concerned. So I think what the biggest issue is, I don't think that people don't want to talk about it. I think people are not educated. We perish for lack of knowledge. He just sat there and gave you a whole bunch of books because he took the time to read it. People don't take the time to actually educate themselves, and I didn't know a lot of those things, but I'm seeking the answers.
So do you think people are sensitive because they're not educated?
I think that's a spirit of rejection, because you don't want to go. I'm not going to sit and talk to y'all about basketball. Y'all not about to chew me up. I don't know nothing. I'm just being, you know what I mean? So I think that people don't say anything. For one, they don't understand. Two, it hasn't crossed their door, because I always say I really wish I was involved with gun violence before it crossed my door, because I would have probably been able to be a better resource to my friend. So also a lot of people are just like, well, it ain't happened to me. So I think it's a lot of pride and kind of like Nipsey. I'm sure he didn't think he was going to die at 33. So people are not really concerned because it hasn't crossed their door, or they have not educated themselves. There's no reason why we don't know that there's no places like that for if we go missing, there's nobody going to come and look for me.
Well, shout out to Pastor Gwen. Do you know her from Camden?
No.
If not, I'll connect you. She does a huge sex trafficking thing.
Okay.
And I was blown away to hear the youngest cases, and how one was a 8 or 10 month old, I can't remember the age, and the child actually died. And to hear that there are people who get so sucked in by it that they actually fight against their parents, because some of them still live in their home and are being sex trafficked, which blew my mind, because I was like, wait, what? Because they get so brainwashed by everything. But I'm not gonna get deep into that. I just think the awareness is key. If it's not next to you, then it's next to you.
That's right.
So you just pass on to the next thing, and you're like, you know what, it doesn't affect me.
That's
whatever.
Right. That's right.
So let me actually read this to you guys. So I actually looked up an article which is entitled "The Good and Bad of Being Sensitive." Being too sensitive can lead to indifference. Being sensitive is a good thing, as if it cues you into the world around you. It alerts you to danger. It also is the biases for empathy. So do you think being sensitive can take away the empathy that you have as a person?
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? Or does it give you too much empathy as a person that you feel for everything and anything around you?
No, it's a heavy weight, a heavy mantle. Everything that's why my show is called Talking the Walk. I've lived a lot. This is again when we talk about all of us know our purpose. So I think when you know your purpose and you understand your call, you embrace it. But when you don't, you shy away from it. So if I didn't have empathy for somebody who's raped, or somebody's father in jail, or somebody's child who all of those things, I don't think I would be able to talk to them from a place that they can understand. We believe, and there's a lot of people that we connect to because we've lived it, so we can connect to their stories. And not all the time, but most times. So I think that it's a great thing to be able to live those things out. No, I got a crazy. We all have crazy stories in here. I know we all can go over. We probably would be here until tomorrow and we all told our stories, because we wouldn't have enough time. But I think empathy is one of the greatest things that we've ever been given, because yesterday when I talked to those kids and I had Monique come and share a story about being raped in college and stuff, everybody was quiet. But if I have somebody come up there and talk about just music, they'll listen. But it's a different side of empathy, because they're living this stuff at home. You just said that these kids is at home being raped and stuff, and nobody's listening to them. I think empathy is the greatest thing that we have. Facts. I really love it. I think it's great.
But there are a lot of empathetic people out there. I mean, a lot of people who are not empathetic. That's what I meant to say. So with that being said, it's because we don't care. Not saying we don't care, but we don't justify a lot of BS. Well, me personally, I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't justify a lot of BS. So it's if you're not coming to me with facts, you're coming to me with sources, that I can go get myself and understand what's really going on. Sometimes I'm not really all the way there. So when it comes to these people who are bringing up different situations and different topics that may be sensitive to others, do you respect when people bring situations up? This is a question for everybody. Do you respect when people bring situations up and they don't necessarily have all the facts to back it up?
Yep. No.
I have this theory. I'm not good with what I call car salesmen.
But would that make you?
I'm not good with people who speak too fast and too quickly, and they speak about sensitive topics like this. If we weren't in this kind of a setting and you just came up to me and want to tell me your story about, you just brought up rape, I'm just gonna say that, and you want to tell me this and I don't even know you, I always second guess those things. what is your thought process? Why are you bringing this to me? You know I kind of look like Dr. Phil. I got you. But at the end of the day, like, why are you bringing this information to me? And the only reason that I question that is because of my past. I deal with a lot of liars in my life. And those people come to me with heartfelt stories of all types of diseases, and the shit ain't true.
There's always something going on with them.
So when somebody wants to come to me and tell me something too quick, I'm like, yeah, well, let's talk about this. So
what about you, Dre? Do you jump into sensitive topics knowing that the people haven't done their research yet?
What I learn to do is I'll ask like a certain question to see what your response is.
Okay.
Or I'll just say something to see what your response is or whatever.
Psychology.
Yeah. And then depending on what
studying their mind and shit.
Depending on what you say or whatever is gonna like tell me whether I need to continue on with the conversation or not.
Okay.
So it depends on the person.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I feel you on that. And then what about you, Z? When it comes to people, who haven't done all of their research, are you jumping in that conversation?
Yes. Always.
You gonna jump?
I just love to go in there and give my
Okay.
You know how I am. Like that's why I'm laughing. I met people off of conversations and I didn't know what they were talking about. It absolutely make no sense. I'm like, well, that's how I kind of insert myself in there. Because again, stop laughing. Mine is purpose. It's like maybe this might be my opportunity. For me, it's like when I grew up and I was going through all of those things, especially when I was 15, I found out my uncle gave me HPV. That was like, I wish somebody would have just stopped and had a conversation because I kind of like, nobody did. So for me, every conversation is an opportunity to see what somebody's going through. Because, a lot of us like to walk around and act like we, unicorns and rainbows and we crying ourselves to sleep. So this person might seem like they are absolutely annoying. And sometimes they are. And I just cut myself out the conversation. But sometimes they're not. And they talking to deflect what they're really going through. So I insert myself to see because I'm always looking for like, how can I try to help this person? Because I won't say nobody knew what I was going through. Not even my own mother. Because I hid my food in my room when I was bulimic and all this. I did a lot of stuff, and it wasn't that she wasn't a good mother. I hid stuff. We do a lot of things. So for me, it's always an opportunity to see what somebody's going through. So you can be talking about the dumbest thing, and I'm gonna be like, well. But if it just sounds stupid, then I'm gonna cut myself out. But I'll entertain you.
I feel you. And no, let me ask you.
I'll entertain you.
I'll entertain you. No,
2 minutes.
So, what was the last sensitive conversation that you actually was a part of that it got heated and out of control? What was that last sensitive topic discussion?
The last conversation where it got heated and out of control. Oh well, I mean.
Today.
In the parking lot.
I can't really. I'm trying to think because like there's a. I'm gonna have to think about that for a second.
Okay.
Because exactly like
you try to stay around.
A lot of times what happens is that for me, like, just to answer your first question, as far as like my time is everything. So when it comes down
I value my time.
Availability to have those conversations, you gotta have that time to be able to be open to have those conversations. Now, if I got a lot of time on my hands, the way how I am is that I'm naturally like a psychologist, so I can be able to put myself in someone else's shoes because a lot of times, because of my life, I've been through a lot of stuff, so we can definitely relate. So it's
y'all two acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all done been through it. That went the Babylon and back, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Y'all, I mean, we got stories to tell, and I know y'all got stories to tell, because come on, y'all two.
No, you already know.
Come on. So growing up in Philly is really that hard, that rough and hard?
A Philly thing. I was raped as a child, so I lived in that victim mentality for over 20 years.
Okay.
Everything that I did was from a rejected place.
Okay.
So that's why. Now, it's not everybody's story. And to God be the glory for that, because not everybody can handle that. Especially when somebody gives you something and you got to live with it. And to God be the glory, I'm healed from that, but that came through forgiveness. Because, spiritual and physical align. So when I forgave my uncle, they was like, oh, we don't even know why you're here. What you talking about? But I had to forgive him first. But that's not everybody's story. But for me, it is. But it's not a Philly thing. You just said incest. How that make the list?
It was a joke, Z. It was a joke. Shout out to everybody from Philly who's tuning in right now.
Don't be so
I wasn't trying to come for
I was trying to do it the diplomatic way. Like underneath, I'm like, she's trying to come for it.
It was a little bit. See, look, you getting sensitive topics. You can't call a Philadelphian out, right? You know what I'm saying?
Tell him.
Tell him.
Go ahead and tell him.
Hey, look. I mean, but it's like this. It's like we always recognize that like sensitive topics and real topics is international. It's universal. So when you have a conversation and you're talking to somebody, I mean, my conversation can range from, I can be down in Florida, California, you know what I'm saying, anywhere in the world, and it's like, depending on what language you speak, I might switch up on you. But it's the case that, like, we can all recognize real when somebody has it. And it's like she mentioned, if somebody starts going far left with the conversation, then I might start thinking about, okay, what kind of angles is that person on to bring up this conversation or whatever. And, you know, I choose my time and what I decide to get involved in as far as, you know, speech-wise. Because sometimes people want to utilize their own information or your information to their own benefit, and it's like it's not that.
I feel you. I definitely feel you.
Can I tell you my last time?
Yes, you can. But
it'll be quick.
Let me really I was
like, it'll be quick.
No, you got it. I just want to reintroduce you real quick, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in, man. Revive is alive 365, 24/7 a.m. to the p.m. We're going all the way up until 10:30 a.m. We're gonna give our special guest Sunny D, some more time this morning, man, so we can talk about it. If you're tuning in right now on our live, we are live right now, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Revive_P.O.C. Definitely drop a comment below. You also can give us a call too each and every morning. Don't forget, you guys can call in. I gotta remember to push this call in number, man. Yes, I gotta remember to push this call in number 215-387-2806, man. Once again, that number is 215-387-2806, man. Definitely give us a call. Join in on this conversation. I gotta remember to push this number each and every morning. Shout out to my guest who's in the building, Sunny D. We're talking about why are people so sensitive? Why are people so sensitive? Dre, I want to ask you, what was the last sensitive conversation you got into? And I know you got in their ass right afterwards. What was that all about?
Might have been chill.
It might have been chill.
Nah, I started.
Now when he really get into it.
I started getting irritated the last time I was up here or whatever, and I was trying to like keep myself together. But my last I'll say heated conversation was actually had to do with history, with our history more so. You know what I'm saying? And it was actually talking about like the race topic. You know what I'm saying? And you know, what I was based, I mean, it's like depending on what questions you ask me, I can tell whether or not like you took your time like to research certain things or not, but how you even structure the question. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, when I'm trying to educate you on something and at least like point you like in the right direction, like, yo, dog, no, this is where it's coming from. This is like a credible source. Like if I'm pointing things out to you, don't tell me. But I got sucked into that though, because he was just making ignorant ass statements or whatever, talking about how, you know, certain groups of people were traitors, and you know what I'm saying, like, oh, we ain't got nothing to do with those people. And you know, people start talking about like, oh yeah, the Arabs did this, and it actually, you know what, it goes back into us taking self accountability. You know what I'm saying, when he started talking about like the slave trade and things like that. You know what I mean? And it's just like I'm trying to explain to him, like, bro, like, the slave trade didn't happen the way that they told us. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, our people had a hand in that too. And then it's like, because we coming from us here in the U.S. or whatever, because we're coming from such like a broken place, we can't tell anybody our history past slavery. You know what I'm saying? So we already don't have a foundation. So from us coming from that point, like that like state of mind, thinking that we had nothing when we got here, it's like anything that might, you know, show us a dark part in our history, we try to like shy away from that, because we're trying to separate ourselves from a certain like stereotype or a certain like, you know, image or whatever the rest of the world may have of us, you feel me, and that we have of our own people too. So it's like, once, I mean, I just try to tell people, like, listen, man, at the end of the day, dog, like, whether you want to go into, you know what I'm saying, like the genetic markers that, you know what I'm saying, you know, stem from, you know, the sub-Saharan African area, that continent, you feel me, on up to where we are now, you feel me, we have all, like, we're all part of it, like, stem from like the same like haplogroup and stuff like that, you feel me. So there is a trace, you feel me, we all are definitely the same people. But once you start separating yourself because, oh, these people call themselves this and they call themselves that and I call myself this, so therefore I'm not a part of that either, or whatever, is like very ignorant. And this is also another reason why, like, we're tearing each other down like the way that we are.
We need you
like,
in that conversation, though, Dre. We need you to stay in that conversation. The reason why we need you to stay in that conversation and not get, you know, irritated or pushed away is because you actually have the knowledge to give. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get, you know, I would say annoyed by the conversation, we're taking away the knowledge that person can actually soak up.
The thing is that once, if I'm explaining to you what it is and you're telling me, nah, that's not what it is, and I'm asking you, okay, well, where is it that you're getting your information from? And it's like, oh, well, I'm just Well, I'm just saying, bro, that's not what it is. You feel me? Like, I can't continue on with the conversation like that because whatever I'm saying is going to fall on deaf ears.
Yo, but that's the thing about it. MLK or Malcolm X never gave up on us. You got to think about how many years they had to push the agenda in order for us to really understand what mess they were trying to get across. Because at that time, when they really was, on the forefront getting, the justice or the injustice corrected, I should say, they were talking a talk and walking a walk that a lot of us never have done before. So that was definitely something new. So when ignorant people or ignorant, beings, I should say human beings are brought, something new, is definitely something that they shy away from because they want to just make sure that you understand that I'm here in the knowledge that I'm standing in right now. You're not about to tell me that I don't know something because somebody, pride. Thank you, Z.
Really
that's
all it is.
That's what it is. You're not about to tell me I don't know something. So whatever you're saying, I'm still gonna say what I know too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't take that away from them. Please don't.
But the only difference is between during Malcolm X's time or Martin Luther King's time or whatever. So you're dealing with people who, didn't really have as much access to information that we have right now. So everybody thinks that they know something. You see what I'm saying? Right, exactly. So it's like when you try to suggest something to someone that's outside of their realm of awareness, a lot of people don't want to accept that for whatever the reason. So it's like, I could talk about certain things. I could keep on going with the narrative oh yeah, we need to come together, and the reason why we ain't got this is because X, Y, Z or whatever, and make blanket statements like that instead of getting right into the issue. People gonna fall in line with that. But the fact of the matter is that now, you know what I'm saying? Back then, we knew what time it was. We knew what we had to do as a people. We knew what we didn't have, what we needed to have, or what we needed to get during that time. So it was easy for us to just follow someone else. You see what I'm saying? Opposed to now, if I'm having a one-on-one conversation with someone who thinks that because he was watching YouTube videos and Googled everything and shit like that, he knows everything. And
they're the number one and number two search engine in the world, Dre.
Yeah, I know. But
you can't tell him his opinions on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Google College.
That's fine.
Can't tell him it ain't right, Dre.
Yeah, everything ain't online though. You feel me? Just like this.
I think I agree with Dre on both sides, on both of y'all. I agree with you as far as for me, y'all know I'm gonna go to the scripture, but one plant, one waters and God gives the increase. So sometimes y'all know when to digress. It's all right, if they ain't trying to hear it, you might be the person that's coming to water, and God will handle that later. But then I also agree with
that was a good one right there.
As far as thank you, Holy Ghost. And then you also know that I do agree with living the example. One of my favorite scriptures is we are therefore ambassadors of Christ. Meaning that we are ambassadors for God. We are going out there, we are sharing our stories, we're on the front line, we're being the example, and we're allowing people to watch. So I do agree as far as we wrestle not against flesh and blood. The biggest issue in our country is the spirit of division and pride. Everybody's prideful. Everybody know it is their truth. Because why? Because I Googled it and it said, so this is my symptom. Right. But the real symptom is rejection because you just can't admit that you're wrong. And if you admit that you're wrong, then there's no level of humility. And that's because a lot of people don't know God.
I don't understand.
Because they don't have a relationship. They have they have religion or they have nothing. People that have a relationship with God are humble. Don't mean we don't have our moments, but we know how to say you know what? And I'm learning. Let me be honest. I'm learning when to apologize because now it's I'm thinking about things you know what, God, maybe I should have handled it this way because I was very prideful and that's because I was rejected. So I think that's one of the biggest issues that we really struggle with: rejection and pride. If we can deal with that and get us to a place
so do you
of
think rejection is one of the main functions when it comes to
a lot of rejected broken people,
the sensitive topics, people who are sensitive to being rejected, or people who are sensitive to actually, I would say, speaking and then knowing that someone's going to have something,
a better answer.
You know what I mean?
That's
not a better answer.
They
back it up with some facts real quick. They shy away from saying stuff.
People have no desire to understand anything. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I mean,
what you mean?
People. Okay, well,
I disagree.
Listen. Not everyone.
You better throw a percentage out there or something.
The average person doesn't want to deal with understanding.
Okay.
They want to deal with belief and what they think they know.
Okay, I can feel you on that one.
Okay, back to the Bible.
I was about to get sensitive. Real quick.
Listen. I'm saying it even says it. You feel me? In the Bible, Proverbs 18:2.
Okay.
You feel me? I'm saying actually going to paraphrase it because I don't want to get the words wrong, but it basically is saying that people have no desire to understand. You see what I'm saying? You have to have a desire to understand. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's just what it is.
Plus another thing is you got to look at it from the point of view of patience. A lot of people don't have the patience to
yeah.
It's
that's a good one.
If you're telling a person that all my life, say a person says for the past 18 years, 20 years, 25 years, I've come up to gather this much information, and you're just gonna come along with your information and just bump that. It's I don't have the patience to spend another 25 years. I'm working on making sure my kids good. I'm trying to make sure that my family is eating. I'm trying to make sure that I'm straight. I'm going through all these problems. I don't got time to jump up in these books and all that. So the patience is almost, that's everything, because it's saying that you're telling me that because of this conversation, I got to go back into these books.
Patience.
Facts.
A lot of people don't even want to go into the books.
I love that you do that. I love that you do that in there. But let me throw this controversial topic out there really quick, right? And I'm speaking to you gentlemen, both of you, Dre and all, right? Us two ladies, I want to know y'all opinions about this.
I got
too.
like a dude's mentality, so let's talk.
When it comes to plastic surgery, how y'all get into conversations, how do you converse with women about that? How do you approach women about that? Knowing that she might have, got a boob job, or, her butt, a little inflated, or her nose, whatever it may be. Like, how do you guys approach that sensitive topic, that controversial topic when it comes to women? Are y'all walking up to them like, yo, those real?
Oh.
Or y'all like, yo, what's up? What y'all doing? I want to know.
You feel on the booty first.
And then ask the question. I want to know what y'all doing. I want to know, because that's a real sensitive topic. Some women, want to shy away like, this is real, knowing damn well it ain't.
Yeah. Are you asking like?
No, I'm gonna look at you like you go first.
Nah, it's cool. I'm saying, so you asking like how
this
we
is
go
Dre
about?
Lloyd online. Make sure you guys was like, nah, I'm playing.
Are you pretty much asking like how we go about asking them, or what we think about plastic surgery in general?
Well, just the sensitive topic about talking to women about it. You know what I mean? Like making sure, because I know some men tread, that line because they don't want to disrespect somebody. They don't want to say something out the ordinary.
Yeah.
They really want to talk to this woman, so they don't want her to push her away or anything like that. So how do y'all approach the conversation about plastic surgery?
Well, the fact of the matter is that now that this is even like a topic, this is like kind of like crazy to me. Like, I'm saying, now that we're even talking about like, we have to figure out like what's real and what's not real. You know what I'm saying? Because we living in like a make believe world now. Like, plastic surgery. I'm not against it. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what you would be getting it for. Like, if you're getting it because you're trying to look a certain way because this is like the standard for what people say is like beautiful now, you know what I'm saying, or what's attractive, you feel me? I can't really get with that, because it's gonna be like a never-ending cycle. Like, you're gonna be under the knife until the day that you die. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you're not like comfortable in your own skin. You're looking at what's seen on TV and like, oh well, this is what people think is like what attractive is, or what being beautiful is. So I'm gonna go after and do that. Now, I mean, I can't really get with that. But if you're doing it because this is something like certain people might want to have plastic surgery because they may have like a few children or something like that, or they might have like a illness or whatever, or maybe it's just something that they just want to touch up, like, yo, I just want to get this fixed real quick, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm saying that's all cool. But you feel me, fixing, like, you know what I'm saying, fixing your nose and making your lips and raising your cheekbones and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, just because this is what they doing on Love and Hip Hop or Basketball Wives and stuff like that, I can't really rock with that shit. But I will just come out and ask though. Like, if
you will?
If something is like looking like little crazy and
your
shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm like, yo, yeah, I can't. I'm like,
so you like full out just. Is that real? Like, is that the question, or are you gonna say you got some work done?
Yeah.
What's the question?
Yeah, I would just ask. Did you ever? I would maybe ask about like, did you ever what do you think about plastic surgery? What do you think about
Dre
that?
about that psychology. He trying to play with the mind.
Yeah. Then I open it up like, I got my ass done.
So now you trying to figure out if she a liar.
Well, I'm gonna see if she gonna come clean.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a question you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, from there, it's like, all right, let me know what you talking about.
I'm not attracted to that shit though. Like, I like, you know what I'm saying, like Black China, like Nicki, like people like Black China, Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. Like, I couldn't like be with someone like that.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Ladies, you listening? You heard what Dre said. No, what about you?
Now, on my behalf, I say, we pretty much on the same accord right now. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to everyone in this world got the freedom to do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if it's the case in which you want to do this, you want to, go underneath the knife, and again, if it's a situation of, if you have some type of insecurity, some type of, it's something within that's telling you that you're not beautiful as is. You know what I'm saying? Something in which, nature's giving you. I mean, as a man, we like it from head to toe. The female body is beautiful. We love it. But it's like, the social engineering tells us that you must have this to be quote unquote beautiful. You must have that to be quote unquote beautiful. So this even begins, like, even before talking about going underneath the knife, hair fronts, wigs, You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Are you taking it to the next
like,
level? Okay. You took it to the
Careful,
next level,
dog.
y'all.
We don't even gotta go to.
You gotta tread light, bro.
We don't
Find him, Mr. Make It Rain, y'all.
We don't even gotta talk about nip tucks and all of that before getting into just the basics. You know what I'm saying? Like, society raises young girls to women taking out their daughters to, we're gonna get your nails done.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna place these press-ons, you know what I'm saying, on your nails. We're gonna have these extensions. We're gonna, you only have that Brazilian.
But let me say this in a sensitive way and be the devil's advocate real quick.
talking about
Yeah,
my
because
Brazilian.
ladies, we about to jump in real quick. But just to play the devil's advocate just a little bit on my sensitivity tip real quick. That's what y'all attracted to at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You can have a nice, natural, especially let me be politically correct about this. About 3 to 4 years ago, catch a nice, natural woman walking around with her natural bush, her natural nails, her natural look. 3 to 4 years ago, y'all wouldn't even blink at us right quick. Y'all wouldn't even look our way because we didn't have the press on the lawn and everything. No, okay, no.
Now, for me, can I speak?
Please,
Because I got bundles and all
I was about
that
to get
in my
sensitive
head.
real quick.
She said bundles.
I like to change it up. Y'all know I put purple braids to the ground. You seen them? To a short tap that I look like I ain't got no head on my scalp. To this. I don't care. I like to switch it up. I don't care what none of y'all got to say. Mm-hmm. And if I have a child and my body is distorted, I'm getting me a mommy makeover. Now, if you don't want to talk to me, it's my money and it's my body. I don't agree with touching your face. I don't agree with all of those things. However, there are a lot of women that have given birth to like 6, 7 kids at one time. And their stomach is like, and it's uncomfortable for them. I'm not going to tell them not to have plastic surgery. But I don't agree with butt implants and all of those things. If that's what they want to do, fine. But I'm not against it. I just would never, like, if the doctor come in the room and we have a conversation, you come anywhere above here, we have a problem. I just don't touch my face.
Well,
I'm cool with that.
But the thing about it is, though, the way that we are as black women, we snatch back. So we wouldn't even need to. We snatch back.
7 babies.
We
5%. It ain't gonna snatch back.
we snatch back.
Not snatching back.
No, we do snatch back. If we do what we have to do the right way, us as black women, we snatch back. Us, our black don't crack and our black don't sag. I'm trying to tell you, we really can snatch. If we really do what we have to do, as you know, the holders of the melanin, we can really do. We can really snatch back.
I think like when we talk about this is a sensitive subject. For
Definitely a sensitive subject.
Because not because I had surgery done or anything like that, but because I just can never grasp where it starts, where a woman's not happy with herself. Like, I understand self-love is harsh, and it's hard to look at yourself and be like, you know what, I love who I am, every piece of me. You know, and nothing against your bundles, girl. I love your bundles, because the bundle, I'm jealous when we go to the club and you go. I don't go to the club, but if we went out and your hair looks great and I'm over here like, what the heck? I'm sitting there like, hold on, no, but that's what happens. Like, if you go out, you sweating, you raining, whatever, you always gonna look great, and I'm like, you know. Yeah. But I feel like it's so hard. Like, when I was young, I started out like no fake nails. I always did my own nails, you know. And then gels, people always look underneath like, are you sure those are yours? I'm like, yeah, they're mine. Like, yeah. I just don't get it. We're so accustomed now to everybody being so fake with so many things that when something real happens,
accustomed to the fakeness.
We are. It's crazy. Go ahead.
I love that you said that.
As a man, right? As a man, the thing that's scary for me is that when you have a woman that is beautiful already, right? In her own right, she's beautiful already. But then so many different things are placed on top of that. We live in a time period where it's not just women that's just trying to look like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not.
Yes, they do. And fake hairlines. Don't forget the safari hairline, man. They growing them things back.
Hating on the face.
What I'm saying is that even on Love and Hip Hop, like, there was a time period where I said, yo, hold up. This sound like a guy. And they, oh no, that is.
Not just.
So it's like, this is the time period we looking at where so many.
Yes, I do too.
So many women aren't women.
Look, I'm gonna show.
Trying to look like Barbie dolls.
I'm gonna show my age. If y'all, the movie, the Keenan Ivory Reigns movie. Dang, I just lost the name. It jumped right out of my head. With Cherry, she took out her butt. She took off her hair.
Oh, you talking about
I'ma Get You Sucker.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'ma Get You Sucker. She literally just took.
Yeah, she took everything off, like bloop, and it just came.
She took a leg off like a shotgun.
Yes.
It's like,
And her leg came off, like everything. And I feel like you just said, I feel so sorry for men. I mean, not to say, look, y'all can fake some things too, but there's only so much y'all can fake. We can fake everything. We got our full face beat. We take it off. Whoa, what happened? You know, you wake up next to somebody totally different than what you went to sleep next to.
Because I'm not ashamed to put my scarf on. I'm going to put my bonnet on like it ain't nothing. I put my bonnet on because I got to preserve. You hear me? It's really rare that I get my dreads done. So if I got my dreads done, I'm going to put a bonnet on for real. And when you put the bonnet on, you don't look the same when the bonnet not on.
Look, I'm going to tell you a story. I had sex with rollers in my hair once, and I could not do. I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to do it because I didn't feel sexy. Like, you know, and dude didn't get, girl, put the rollers on. Like, just keep your rollers on, girl. I'm like, damn, I get it, you know. And it was just because I don't like myself like that. Like, I don't like that look for me. So I don't really, at the end of the day, it wasn't about dude. It was all about me. And it's crazy how that moment can separate you, and you're just like, oh my gosh. And then I think about the women who, like, you know, in the movies, and it happens in real life because I know these women who get up and they adjust their hair perfectly on the pillow, or they hurry up and get up really early in the morning and put something on their face. You know, exactly.
Well, let me switch the topic a little bit, right? About sensitive subject and, you know, controversial topics. I want to talk about animal testing. You know what I mean? For like people that look like me and you, and I don't want to say that so bad, and please correct me if I'm wrong, we are not someone who goes to bat, you know, all the way there for, you know, animal testing and, you know, making sure that animals have the best, you know, living environment and different things like that, versus, you know, colonizer, they may go all the way in on, you know, making sure. Shout out to my guy Michael Vick, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to animal testing, what do you guys think about this controversial topic? Because I go back and forth. I feel like people put animals before they put black people all the time.
I can't talk about this,
you know what
because
I'm saying?
I feel like animals are animals, and I'm not saying abuse them. I don't want anybody to misunderstand that. But when I had worked with a person, she took a whole week off because her dog died, but her uncle died. She only took 2 days.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, wait a second,
yo, I feel
this is a person that
I really feel like they don't even treat black people the same like they treat animals at times. The fact that Michael Vick went to jail, you know, over dog fighting when they have, you know, cockfighting all the time, like they literally fight roosters and chickens, and they shoot deers. They have literally go out and shoot deers at ranges and so many different wildlife things. But when it comes to, because
dogs are pets,
it just domestic animals. That's what they are. They're domestic animals. Like they have a whole law. They have laws for animals.
Hashtag things with wings matter.
Yo, this is a sensitive topic to me.
We had a conversation. We had a conversation before here when we was talking about. I don't even believe that it's even cool to place animals inside cages. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, though, you have people who are animal activists who, you know, will end up saying, well, free them from out of their cages, etc. But at the same time, I'm like, before I even get to talking about that, I'm going to talk about my brothers.
Yes, in the cages.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, before we end up talking about that, let's talk about the human affairs first.
Yes. Before we talk about the vaccines, what blows me, they talk about vaccines and pushing vaccines for animals and making sure this, that, and the third. But when it comes to making sure our health, making sure that we have the right to Medicaid and Medicare, the fact that we could just have healthcare in general, like you can get a policy
for insurance on your dog.
This is a sensitive topic
for your dog.
Like I really dislike that animal. Just the forefront of pushing animal cruelty and different things like that is like a thing. It's like an agenda nowadays. But when it comes to everything that we need as, you know, as black folks and African Americans, is really pushed to the back burner. And this is a sensitive topic for me. That's why I brought it up.
I think that, you know, I always have twofold, because we know the Bible says that we were over the animals. So I think that people sometimes forget that we are above the animals. However, I also think, you know, God also preserved the animals as well. When Noah went on and he said, take 2 of each one. So there's a purpose for animals in our lives. But I think that people tend to forget animals' places. And so that's why we have this issue of pushing more for animal rights and human rights. But also, you know, unfortunately, they think that most minorities are animals. So that's why we watch 2 and 2, because they look at us as animals as well. So they're not going to push for us when they see as animals. They see us as scum. Like, honestly, if you see people that really regard their animals where, like, they got birthday parties and all types of stuff for these animals, and they don't even pay attention to their child, that their child is suffering. So it might not even just be a black person thing. Like, you see that in the house where people will sit there and stroke their animal and ain't talk to their son in weeks. So it's just a situation
and call their animal their son or their daughter.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, when I seen that dog had that birthday party, I don't remember last time I had one. They had cakes, all types of stuff.
Yes.
I need to be in that family.
And let me put this last put this last thing on top of it, the icing on the cake. Shout out to everybody here in the city of Philadelphia, man. If you go around Philadelphia right now, they have knocked down so many beautiful brownstones, so many beautiful townhomes, so many beautiful single family homes, just to do what? Build dog parks, build animal parks.
Let them have a park.
Yo, no, we not letting them have. Our kids in the city of Philadelphia don't even have a park. We don't even have a decent basketball court for them to go to. A decent playground for them to go to. But we have a dog park on every corner.
Who built the dog parks?
It's an agenda.
What you mean? Who built the dog? The city.
The city?
Yeah, they do. There's a lot of dog parks now.
So why don't we just build our own then?
Say it again.
There you go.
That's why I'm having this meeting next week. Because we can do what I said.
But we need the property. We need the land.
We can go on down there and get us some dollar houses on one strip.
See,
knock that down and make a park.
This is what I'm saying. Like we as a collective are still dancing to the beat of somebody else's drum. We ain't really got to say who it is. All these different things that are happening that we're talking about even right this like present moment. We have the solution to all of our own problems, but we're still looking to the same people who we claim to be oppressing us for the solution.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I said, man, we put our money together for Black Panther. We put our money together for all these different movies and stuff like that came out and believe in all these fictional characters and shit. But as soon as you start getting people together, trying to get people together to put the dollars together for the greater good of our people, we got 1,000,001 questions and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Excuses.
Yeah, excuses.
Yep.
So
this is what I meant about the meeting. 1 million people shared that flyer. 20 people showed up.
And the thing about it is, I just want to touch on that just a little bit. Yes, I do understand there are a lot of excuses out there, but at the same time, there's a lot of oppression out there as well. So we got to talk about, if we're going to talk about excuses, we got to talk about the oppression. So with that being said, it's like, yes, we can go out there and buy these houses. We can go out there and grab the land that's out there. But at the same time, it's a lot of technicals that's going to go with this, a lot of formalities that's going to go with us grabbing the land. There's going to be a lot of extra extensive paperwork that's going to go with the land. There's going to be a lot of non-investors that's going to go with the land. So when it comes to us actually buying and getting and developing our own, I do understand that is a thing of which a movement and a platform that we should go into. I'm not going to say that we should not dive deeply into, but at the same time, Jerry, we can't just say with the excuses don't come the oppression.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, we hustling backwards and shit because what I'm saying, we have Black Wall Streets and shit like that from all over. Like, but you know what I'm saying? And look, cities on top of cities that we've had that they burned down and we rebuilt that shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this last thing, and then I want you to jump in. But with that Black Wall Street thing, you have to understand at that time it was segregation. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we had to have our own because that's all we had. It was only colors. This is only for colors. This is only for blacks. This, and the third. So grocery stores, banks, buses were Black owned. Really meaning Black only can go in those situations.
Now, are you saying that because we were forced to have those situations because of segregation, because they already had their own thing going on? And
yes, we had to develop our own and create our own.
It was at one point in time. It was at the reason why
separation, not segregation. Segregation is when we come together.
The reason why Black Wall Street that everybody knows about was burned down and bombed during that time is because we were controlling the circulation of the dollar throughout the entire country or North America, if you will,
because of the buying power that we still have.
Well, because at the end of the day, the Europeans that we're talking about that are holding us in oppression now, you see what I'm saying, we was over them
because we didn't need them.
Well, we still don't need them now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is we wasn't forced into that situation because of the oppression that we were getting from them. What I'm saying, we was already running shit. You see what I'm saying? They came up under us. We had them in slavery first. Like, you see what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is that because, segregation or whatever kind of, like, I'm not going to say kind of, really blurred the lines of what we need to really be doing because everybody is, like, looking at each other like, oh, we're equal now. We don't have, like, the black and white thing going on or whatever, but we still complaining about the same shit that we've had years ago. like over 50 to 100 years ago. You feel me? During the time of slavery, we had slaves and shit.
But then
like
you
that,
have to think about it. In between that time, our leaders pushed us to come together as one, like as a coalition of like a rainbow coalition. And then once our leaders pushed us into that direction, they actually pushed us into the wrong direction. One of our leaders died apologizing to us the night before he died, pushing us in that direction of this coalition or whatever you want to call it. So keeping us separated actually would have I would say keeping us separated probably would have gotten us to the forefront of what we're looking for now in 2019. But because we were so busy trying to get everything together, like cohesiveness, that's really what set us back the 150 years that we're talking about now.
But they came in the 1900s. We had that in the 16 and the 1700s though.
So
you see what I'm saying? We didn't have no leaders during that time. You feel me? We just knew who the hell we was, and we wasn't, you know what I'm saying, identifying.
Because at that time, that was the society that we lived in.
So can I say?
But then when it became when it became a structural society, that's when everything got implemented because they started putting laws in.
When you mean structural society, what do you mean?
Like they started stipulating what we can and cannot do. They started creating amendments. They started creating a constitution. They started creating things that allowed us to stay in a.
This was after the Constitution, though.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that during all of these different things that happened during the laws that were passed during the 15, 16, 1700s, even 1800s, you see what I'm saying? We were already running shit throughout that whole time. That's just a part of history that they're not telling us. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because as long as we're still going off of like the European psychology as far as like us thinking, oh, we had nothing or whatever when we were here. When even like the Constitution came from our people, from the Great Law of Peace, like you see what I'm saying, it was different treaties and stuff like that we had set in stone that allowed the 13 colonies to manifest in what we see today to these 50 states or whatever. But that came from us though. Like you see what I'm saying, there's a whole nother side of history that's not even being talked about. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. Like there's no reason in the world right now why we can't have what we had back then right now.
And that I agree with. Go ahead, Z.
So, I mean, I think that what you guys are pretty much saying is the same thing I was talking about earlier. Division, pride, and like people not knowing their power. The Bible says that we are kings and queens. And people don't understand the power that they have. So when you don't understand the power that you have, you don't use it. So I really think that that's really what's going on now. You see these kids walking around here, they don't believe in who they're called to be. It takes nothing, which is again what I'm talking about with this coalition that God has shown me to put together in our city and to take it around for us to come and to get together and do it ourselves, because we look and we push for people to do something that we can do ourselves. I'm not saying that police and all of those things isn't things that God instituted. I agree with that. However, it's not the end all be all. I'm not going to look for somebody to go build something I can build myself, because just like you said, if you go all the way back in the day, we was building them sphinxes and we built that. Yeah. So it doesn't take for somebody to give me their money to do something I can do myself. But I think that that's what the issue is, and that's what he's saying is that people have forgotten who they are.
Yeah.
And they're not owning it. And I'm saying that for me, where last year I was saying, why isn't this person doing this? The gun violence is, the kids are dying this. Then when I'm getting out there and I'm saying like, well, I could just do this myself. Is this all this takes? So for me, I'm not looking for police chief anybody or governor anybody to give me any money when I can pretty much come together with 50 of us. If you even think about in the Word of God, when you think about the church, they put their money to the church, and everybody put their money in the pot, and that's why they were so strong in the community, because they had everything on lock. We don't do that. Everybody got every different bank account. Everybody got their own bank account. They doing what they want to do, and you walking by your neighborhood, and it's a message you complaining. Well, maybe y'all need to come together, put some money in the pot, and then build some stuff up in your neighborhood. And you don't have to ask this man for nothing because there's no stipulation, because this is my money.
Right.
But nobody's teaching it. So I knew what you were saying. I agree with what he's saying, because people are not, they have forgotten that they can simply do it themselves. We really can.
And if you look, and I'm gonna just say this real quick, because even if you look at what the NOI is doing, they got stuff all over the damn place. You see what I'm saying? Because they coming together and they controlling that dollar. You know what I'm saying? Also, and the Bible also does tell you that you are all gods. Jesus said it out of his own mouth. John 10:36. You know what I'm saying? It tells you, Jesus said that, haven't you forgot that ye are gods? All of you are God. Not God by yourself. You know what I'm saying? But we are all gods. You see what I'm saying? As long as we're looking at, you know what I'm saying, looking at ourselves as anything other than that, you see what I'm saying, the self-pride and the connection that we have to one another or whatever will always be like disconnected. You know what I'm saying? That we will never be able to come together.
I definitely. Go ahead now.
This is the thing in which, and I want to bring it back to the topic in which I walked in on, which is the fact that we do have examples right in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately though, they're trying to get those examples out of here. You know what I'm saying? For a very long time, just dealing with the history itself of what we do, you know what I'm saying, have on record. We have, for instance, I say the Nation of Islam was one of the first precursors that organized and showed how to nation build. So based off of, and not saying that it began with them, because of course before them was the Moorish Science Temple, before them was the Garvinites, but before them was, and those was two entities that came together. And that's a whole nother history that I can deal with. But when it comes down to the nation building, as far as putting it together and actually saying we're going to buy out all of this land, we're going to do for self, we're going to make sure that everything that we have, from black-owned banks, from black-owned bakeries, to making sure that we have every piece of society that we consider as society today, we're going to make sure someone comes from out of this nation amongst us to do for us. Doctors, lawyers. That means that we don't even need no judges, because we don't have to deal with the legalities of this nation.
You won't even be in court.
And so therefore, like, once that began, the teachings and that type of energy passed on to those who came after them, such as the Huey P. Newtons, such as the Bobby Seals, such as and we can keep on going down the line, even when it comes down to the BGA and all those who came from after them, such as the Community Revolution and Progress. And that's why I say I bring it back to what we first started talking about on NIP. A lot of people end up saying, in regards to the gang culture and all that, they don't call themselves gangs. They call themselves nations, right? So when it came down to the Bloods, the Crips, these were people who started off, yes, from the streets, but they wanted to nation build. And so for those who know and have any type of insight, the negativity aspect is what's being promoted. But the things that comes from dealing with doing for self, that's what it had always been. Taking care of your own community. Making sure that when you dealt with your particular community and those who come from out of it, you're raising up the next black leaders. And so Nipsey, when it comes down to Nipsey Hussle, which, you know what I'm saying, I salute the homie for doing what he did. He used to get kicked out of the plaza that he was in. When I went to that plaza, now it was nothing else but, it was, you know how Black and Nobel is here? That was another Black and Nobel in LA. I did not expect to have a conversations with, you know what I'm saying, and this is my own ignorance. You know what I'm saying? So I take that. When I first went out there, I expected the people to be on gang time. No, they was on revolutionary.
And on top of that, people want to talk about like the Bloods and the Crips and stuff like that. Oh yeah, they out here running crazy, acting crazy or whatever. But the whole reason why they even came together, even like before the Bloods and Crips even came in, like the name came around, when you're talking about like the Slawsons, the businessmen and things like that or whatever. 1948, you had something that was organized called the Spook Hunters. You know what I'm saying? It was a group of Europeans, mayors, governors, policemen, judges and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Who used to come around or whatever and terrorize the people in their neighborhoods and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So in reaction to that, you feel me? Oh, well, in response to that, this is where you get in these different groups. You see what I'm saying? That later on, you feel me, form like the Bloods and the Crips and the Pirus and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I would just say, gang affiliation, in my opinion, this is my opinion, please correct me if I'm wrong. In my opinion, I just feel like it's just like a fraternity or sorority. It just gives you a place of, brothership and sistership, and sisterhood, I should say, just being able to fellowship with different people that look just like you, who have the same mentality as you, who have the same mindset as you. Maybe if it's right or wrong, you guys can come to a, consensual agreement about that. But when it comes to, joining the gang, you just really want that bond. You want that love, you want that feeling from someone that looks like you. I'm not going to say not everyone goes in it with the evil mentality of whatever comes out of it, but if you think about it now with the Bloods and the Crips and what they're doing, they're actually changing that and turning it into an organization, a legitimate organization where they can get funds from it, they can be funded by it. You know what I'm saying?
That has been the case actually since 1964.
Yes.
That is, if you look at the history of the United States during it was the Robert Kennedy administration. He pushed for anybody who came from the community. They looked for grassroots organizations. So therefore, the GDs began as a grassroots organization. The Latin, the Young Lords, which later on became other organizations, started as a grassroots organization. Black Mafia, quote unquote, what they consider as Philadelphia, started as a grassroots Black Brothers Incorporated.
Because they tried to even say at one point that the Black Panthers was a gang.
All of these, the gang, when people say gang banging, when people say gangs, They say that in regards to if you are people of melanin.
If you look like me and you.
Exactly. Anyone else, they call them social clubs.
They
Anyone
call
else,
it
they call them fraternity.
Fraternity,
So,
brotherhood, sisterhood organizations.
Brown in one building.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with you on that. And that's
I'm definitely not against anything that promotes unity amongst our people. And so therefore, when Nipsey passed away, I seen so many posts talking about he died over colors. That's
not
right
the
there.
true at all.
He was on the same gang.
Exactly.
That was a gym right there. When it comes down to it,
no, I'm agreeing with
it's
you.
based off of what he promoted was unity, and he promoted business. And everybody, the color lines got blurred because people not on that type time.
I don't think, especially in 2019.
What he was on after when Nipsey passed, it needs to be 10 more people just from his hood alone that need to come up and follow that example.
Because there's a bar even in one of his songs that says, "We're fighting for blocks that we don't even." I don't want to say it.
They don't own?
Yeah, like we're fighting for blocks that we don't even own. Like we're shooting and killing our own. Like it was like a whole bar that he spit out, and I'm like, yo, this is what we need when it comes to this. But we do have to go to a quick break. Right at this quick break, I got one last question to ask you. Each and every one of you about these sensitive topics and different things like that. I appreciate our special guest, Sunny D, in the building right now. Yo, Sunny, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
We both feeling good. We got this P.O.C. drink up in us. I was about to say, we got this P.O.C. drink up in us right now, man. You already know what time it is. Revive is alive 365, 24/7 a.m. to the p.m. Man, definitely check us out. We are live an extended hour. We're going to end the show today at 11 a.m. Man, you already know what time it is. It's Meet Your Girl P.O.C.
I'm part of the temple too, dog. So listen, I already know all about that. That's all.
They say I'm bugging the way I'm top sweating your loving. Ooh. They all sit and wonder why this feeling I cannot hide. It ain't a question of pride. Ooh. It's love. Ooh. It's love. It's love. Ooh. It's love. They say I'm crazy.
Peace, this is Dion, man, the CEO of GradTex. You can find us online at www.gradtex.com. Find us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, at GradTex, GARDTECHS, GradTex. You now listen to Revive Radio. If you ain't listening to Revive, what you listening to?
Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. All I need is one mic. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. It's about that time. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey. Proof of consciousness. Proof of consciousness. P.O.C. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. All I need is it's about that time. Welcome to Revive. Welcome to Revive. Welcome to Revive.
Yep. You know what time it is, man. It's Meet Your Girl P.O.C. host of Revive Radio. We are back live on ReviveIsAlive.com, man. Once again, that is ReviveIsAlive.com. I was just telling everybody in the building right now, man, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. I feel really amazing right now. It is because of this P.O.C. drink. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out to Sunny D, man. The mixologist in the building right now. But other than that, I'm also on a natural high too, man. Yesterday was my Earth Day birthday. I literally drove from Philadelphia all the way to Detroit, Michigan in a snowstorm. You know I didn't. You know me being me. I didn't check the weather. I didn't check what was going on. Things to do. Nothing. I was just like, yo, I want to do something. And Detroit is definitely a place I've never been. Okay. And Cleveland, Ohio. I've never been to Cleveland, Ohio, or Detroit. So I said, you know what? That's where I'm gonna go. I looked it up. I put it right in Google Maps. It said 9 hours and 59 minutes. Not bad. I said I can make that in 3 days. I can do that. So I busted down and I stopped along the way. I had some amazing. I just want to say fun times with so many different. What I did, one of my agendas for this weekend was to make sure that I supported Black-owned businesses. Okay. The entire time I stopped at Black-owned restaurants, Black-owned events, Black-owned artist showcase, so many different things, and I met so many beautiful people. As y'all know, I talk too much, right? So I'm talking, and just networking and mingling and mixing. So shout out to the people in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to the people in Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to everybody, and I would say the name of the restaurant was called Flippers, and that's where I brought my birthday in. And nobody knew, because nobody knew me from there, right? So I said who I was, and I started talking, and I got the biggest Earth Day birthday shout out around 11:30, because I didn't want to be inside of a arena at that time. Okay. And at 11:30, I really felt like, yo, the love that is shown just amongst our people was just such a blessing for me. So I just want to definitely shout out to people of Detroit, Michigan, as well as, Cleveland, Ohio. It was definitely something different. And the food was amazing in Detroit. Detroit got some food, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, if y'all ever want to go eat, stop at Sweet Potato Sensations in Detroit, Michigan. I had a salmon, they call it a salmon croquette with a sweet potato waffle, which was really amazing. And then I had a sweet potato crusted salmon. It was with some brown sugary. It was so. I just had so much, so many different food items, and it was just amazing. But yeah, so shout out to Detroit, shout out to Cleveland, shout out to everybody who supported me on my birthday. I truly appreciate it. But get back to these sensitive topics. I wanted to ask you, right? So being in a Black-owned business and also owning a Black-owned business, because each one of us are, dabbling into, entrepreneurship. So Black-owned businesses are, something that I am learning that can become a sensitive topic, especially when it comes to supporting your own, valuing your own, making sure that you don't ask for a discount, making sure that you're paying the 100%, that you really owe, and different things like that. And then also not wanting that friend, brother, sister, cousin hookup. You know what I'm saying? That can become really, really, really sensitive. Right. And then also calling your friends, your family, and your enemies, your haters out for not supporting all at the same time. They want to be on your line. They want to be, in the picture with you, but at the same time, they don't want to repost the flyer. They don't want to, tell people what you got going on. They don't want to shout the situations out. And I feel like that could be something that's super sensitive to us as a race, of actually having that conversation and calling each other out, because people feel some type of way when you call them out about these kind of things.
Yeah, I really, this is
Sunny
super
D. Go
sensitive.
ahead and reintroduce Introduce yourself, Sunny D.
Oh, it's the Sunny D from True Serum Talk. And this to me is like the button. This is the hot button for me, because when I started my journey, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing. This was more or less like a hobby. You know what I'm saying? And then once I realized, I need to get paid for this somehow, some way. And I'm not saying that I always have the best things to say. I'm just entertaining, I guess. And not only that, it's the people that make the show, so the people who sit beside me, the people I bring on the panel. But I had so many people turn me away, friends and family, for whatever support I may have asked at the time. And then I had a lot of people, friends and family, that do support. But the crazy part is all the people who, by the way, you know, if you're on Facebook and Instagram, you can see the people that follow you. If you have an insights page, you can see different things. And people don't realize that. You're going to come to me and you ask me to do your events and you ask me to post your stuff and you want me to help. But yet, you don't want to do what it takes.
Sunny got the facts. She go to the report. She goes
to the report
first.
Because listen, it's as simple as this. If you're watching my live and you like it, it immediately tells me, would you like to invite so and so to like your page? Immediately. So now, boom, I know you don't follow me, but then boom, in my inbox, you're like, hey, so I have an event coming up. Did you want? Nah, I'm good. I'm not even probably gonna respond. And it's not hate. It's just I'm treating you accordingly. I'm doing what you do to me. You ignore me. Exactly. You're ignoring me, so I'm gonna ignore you. Yeah. And it's not like I'm out here trying to send cards and stuff, but it's so simple. We support people who don't need the support. We're out there supporting the Kardashians. We're supporting all these expensive ass labels. Nothing against the expensive labels, by the way. But we're out there and we're spending this money and reposting these things. And the thing that annoys the mess out of me is when we repost all these kids that are fighting in the streets. That pisses me off. The reason why is because we are bringing life and breathing life into something negative, and we're reposting it on our timelines like it's great. Oh, did you see that? Bang, she got hit. Bang. You know, what are we doing? Aren't we all damn adults? Most of the people on social media are. The stink starts at the head of the fish.
And just to piggyback on that topic, because I know everyone here has something to say about that. When it sheds light on women, you know what I mean, that's when it really bothers me. When you see two African American women out there in the street just brutalizing each other, like, and it's something that's like a fad. Like, we really love the image of women fighting for some reason and taking away what we have inside of us. Like, that is something that bothers me.
The immediate response is to bring out the phone, and it's so sad. The society we live in now is that we want to broadcast the negative. You know what I'm saying? We forget to highlight the positive. And I think that's where I speak from, because my show, look, I'm trying to help people. I started off on the journey this year. I wanted to bring in more people that were doing things in the community and whatnot. And, you know, we talk about it. My subjects aren't always on the person sitting next to me about exactly what they're passionate about, but I give them their time to speak.
Facts.
And, you know, I mean, I think it's just about helping each other, not, you know, dismissing each other.
Right. And it's not even just women that they did, because if you look at what they did over the weekend with South Street, those was men. They demasculated those men out on South Street, and they put the videos everywhere. So that was just extra. So if y'all haven't seen it, it was horrible. But as far as black-owned businesses, I mean, that's pretty much it. A lot of people think that I have money. Yes. And I know what God has shown me. I've had dreams, and He showed me all the things that is to come. But people try to pimp your gift, and so they slide in your inbox, just like you said, and they invite you, or they you know, can you come this? They don't even. So this is what I say: hello to you too, and then I don't respond because they don't even take the time to say hello. It's rude to me. It takes nothing. This is again what we talked about earlier, to say how are you doing, because it takes a lot to sit in these seats. Everybody in here is going to do something, and you have to still come in here and put on a face like you just living La Vida Loca. And some days you just want to cry, but you have to come, you have to do your job. And they don't understand it. It takes nothing for you to say, I'm praying for you, to send me a simple, like, we need that stuff. And this, you know, this is with radio, media, ministry, all of that stuff, you need it. And so what I've learned is that people just are, again, prideful, where they just don't care, because we're living in a world, and, you know, when we talk about God, it's a God of this world, and it's a God that's very much alive. And the God of this world loves to make everybody think that everything's evil. So that's all the things you're going to see, because that's what He is pushing. It's called entertainment. It enters your mind. You know what I mean? Those spirits and those things, you think of these things, and this is what you perceive, and so man think of so he is. So it's like us having to, like us being able to change the narrative and make people laugh, or bring people things, or do it through your music or whatever. We are in a place where we can change that position, which is why we get hit the hardest. But I think that I've gotten past the people not supporting. I just basically say, like, now I put it back to them, like, hello to you too, so you can start to think about what you're doing, because it's rude for you to come in somebody's inbox and you don't even acknowledge that they're a person. So I'll say that to make them think about it. But I used to be really, really mad in the beginning. I remember asking my family members if they would, send me people to come on my show because I had to start all over. Nothing. Now when things is happening, we can partner.
Yep.
I'm good.
Yep.
Shout out to the partners.
I don't need a partner. Jesus,
shout out to those
Jesus
partners.
the partner. I got this. He been partnering with me from the rip. But they do that. You want a partner? No.
No, I don't need no partner. I need sponsorship. That's what I need, baby.
Exactly.
You got
this
a
costs money.
Package for me, then maybe we can talk.
This costs money.
That's where I'm at with it.
It's ignorance. If it costs money for you to get to your job, you don't think it costs money for me to get here. Mine. This is my job, and to make this stuff costs money, and it's just ignorance, and it's just rude. So. This is why I connect to people. This is why I put out the PSAs. And the people that supposedly I pray about, the people that God wants in my life, they show up.
Facts.
And the ones that don't show up, that just tells me who I don't need around. And that's just it.
And Dre, let me get your answer too before we wrap up real quick. When it comes to, black-owned businesses, I feel like it's becoming a sensitive topic because there are a lot of black-owned businesses that's coming out and popping out.
Well, I think it's probably sensitive because the people who you were like addressing before, who wants to come around and get like the free 99 discount because you look like me type shit. The majority of our people are suffering from so many different things that it's like me being aware of that. Though I might be like frustrated sometimes when encountering like these people who are suffering from these things, I still like end up forgiving them later. You see what I'm saying? Because I know that they don't really know any better. You know what I'm saying? And if they knew better, they would do better, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. But all in all, I do think it's very important to shed light to certain things like this because us, being in front of the microphone, regardless of whether we're reaching 10 people, 10,000, or 10 million, with us having like a certain level of understanding that we do have a level of responsibility that we owe not only to ourselves but to our listeners and people who look up to us.
Facts.
And our families, within our families, and people who we might meet in the future. We have to give them something, offer them something different than like, yo, just come to my party, come get drunk or whatever. We got this thing going on, and that's it. Like, you see what I'm saying? I think that, planting seeds in people's minds and allowing it to grow over time and allow them to come along within their own understanding over, their trials and tribulations in life is like the greatest gift that you can give to anyone. But as far as us supporting each other, it's definitely very, very, very important because, the keys to our salvations is like, to our salvation as a collective, we have and have been had in our possession the whole entire time. But it's just because when we look in the mirror, we don't identify or can't connect with what we see in the mirror is our main problem. So it definitely starts with self. So though you might hear me go on rants sometimes and be calling people niggas and stuff like that or whatever, I really definitely mean that. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't necessarily mean that we can't change or do like a 180. You know what I'm saying? And move forward on the right path. So shout outs to everybody who supports one another and understands the necessity and the importance of support. And shout out to everyone who's not allowing the lack of support to slow down their progress on their particular journey. And with that,
Facts.
I'll say peace.
Can I give a shout out to Dre real quick?
Of course.
And I don't want this to all seem negative. So, like, though I might have little moments where it's upsetting, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today because I went to him and he reacted immediately once I told him, like, this is my mission. And I was like, dude, like, I barely know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was just on it. Like, boom, we could just da 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 da. So, shout out to good people like Dre, Mr. Lloyd. Thank you so much because there are not a lot of people like you out there, and those that are there, I just want to make you shine for a second, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I ain't gonna get emotional today.
Let it go.
No, but the crazy part is though, Sonny, because I have the same words that I can say about Dre because I met Dre actually at an event. He was actually performing. He was an artist. I was actually co-hosting, I should say, one of the events that he was at, and I heard him on stage, and from there he got me, and that connection just started, and we just been back and forth ever since. And he is someone that connects the network, if that makes sense, right? The plug, as everybody call it, right? So. When he was like, yo, I have this young lady that you should meet her, and I'm like, yo, Dre, just send her my number. If you trust her, I trust her. We good. We hopped on the phone in less than 2 seconds. We was together, sis. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think that's what it's all about, creating collective consciousness, building amongst each other, because we're all doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And we also have to understand that our thoughts are not our own. A lot of us think we're the first to think something. We thought thonk it, right? We thonk it, as we say. We were the first to think something. So by us, coming and creating the different things and being very innovative with the way that we're doing things, it is so much, I would say, easier if we blend these things. We blend these ideas. We manifest together. We speak these things to existence together, because that's what we really need. You know what I'm saying? If I could scratch your back and you could scratch mine, if you can pull this off, in Jersey, I could pull it off in Philly, and then we connect and bring the two cities together. That's what it's really all about. You know what I'm saying? So definitely blending those Black-owned businesses is another sensitive topic of why people don't want to keep Black-owned businesses alive in the first place.
I would like to say one more thing before we wrap it up. I definitely would like to thank you for the thank yous. I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you for the thank yous.
But the reason why I am the way that I am is because I remember, and I still know what it feels like to have, all the people who seem to have like the keys, you feel me, to open doors of opportunity for you, close them like right in your face, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and also the things that I'm looking to accomplish and the change that I would like to see, I do not believe that I will be able to see it, within, my lifetime. This is just my personal goals. These are things that will take 5, maybe 6 to 10 generations to actually manifest. So the things that I'm doing right now are the things that I would like my great times, however many generations down the line, grandkids, I want them to be like, the reason why I'm able to do what it is that I'm doing now is because of what, my grandfather, whatever, Dre did in his lifetime. He started this, he got the ball rolling, and this allowed me to do what I'm doing now. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, so when I see people who look like me do different things or progress in life, regardless of whether I'm directly a part of that or not, that's like me winning. So if I see you winning, Sonny, if I see you, Zarina, if I see you, P.O.C, winning, Harmony, everybody else, what I'm saying, anybody for that matter who I come across, if I see you winning, I see myself winning, because I know exactly who I am, and I know that me and you are one and the same. Our outer selves, you feel me, have nothing to do with really who we are.
And I agree with you on that 100%, because I feel like a lot of us fall victim to this illusion of inclusion thing, especially with social media and the WWW, right? We see so many people doing so many different things, and we're like, yo, I wish, I need, I gotta go get, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, but you are where you're supposed to be. Everything is divine. Your time too is coming, sis. Your time too is coming, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just have to put that work in. People, and I do understand some people, grow up with that silver spoon. Some people grow up overnight. I do get that. But at the same time, they put that work in, or somebody before them put that work in, so they wouldn't have to do it. Because at the end of the day, we're all working, so our young ones don't have to work as hard as we did in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with a little bit of nepotism. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where our people, really go wrong, because we feel like we can't just hand things down. No, we can't hand them down, but we can show you how to pass it down. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys, man, for real. Go ahead, no, what you about to say?
Well, I'm about to say in regards to Black-owned business, it's like, for me, I look at it as I've always been a realist, not an optimist, not a pessimist, but a realist, which means that, like, there's nothing in this life that was ever handed to me. So anything which I got, growing up in North Philly, I had to have a tough skin. You know what I'm saying? You gotta recognize that.
It's 11/11 too, by the way.
The people that surround you gotta recognize that you pretty much out here all for self. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you can't transcend and be about your people, but there's only going to be a few people who's going to actually back you in the good things and the positive things. So when you step into business and you look at it from a point of view as if, as they say, millennials, look at it as everything has to be given to you. No expectations, because expectations cause for you to have a heavy heart. You don't get what you receive. So when you step into, when I stepped into business, just to keep it on myself, I recognize how many different things were going to be against me, how many things were going to attack me spiritually, emotionally, financially. It's a war. Like, entrepreneurship is a war, and you're going to have to fight against everything from sometimes when things aren't right, and then those bills are stacking up, you know what I'm saying, because you still have to pay your employees, you still have to pay the compensation funds, you still have to pay your
dues and respect,
your automated services that make sure that the checks go out. You still got to pay. Like, there's so many different things that go on behind the scenes when it comes down to holding down a business, and then you still have to deal with the psychology of the people. Whereas for me, I don't try to push myself to a higher to an expectation, because the way how I am, since I'm a manager, I'm a promoter. Most of everything I do for other people. If they don't eat, I don't eat. Now I'm like a pit bull though, which means that if you might be able to touch, smack me or do whatever, I can take it. But if you try to, it's just like if you try to go against my owner, I'm a. And so the only thing that I say is that when it comes down to my person, the heartbreak that I see, and that most people who do things for other people, is that the people I work for and the people I do things for is people who are coming from a disadvantaged environment. Children, kids that's 16 years old, 15 years old, fresh out the youth study center, fresh out of Vision Quest, fresh out of all of the other different placements, trying to come home to have a dream that they want to achieve and not get back in the streets. Based off of that, we started clothing companies. Based off of that, we made sure that a label was built so that these young people can be able to find their dreams.
Independent artists.
When it comes down to even the older ones, same situation, with a lot of, with a lot of adversities that's coming their way. And it's like, for people to know the history and know the story, even for myself, it's like to help individuals who are starting brands that's to help the community, to take care of not only themselves, but to take care of everyone that's around them. It's like it's helping yourself, because we know what happens when people lose sight of their dreams. We know what happens when people they lose hope. The word abalasa, which it became a Latin word, but it originated from a Semitic word. It means to lose hope. From that word abalasa came the word ibalis, diabolis, the devil. People who lose hope become devils. So and I made this on my show in our international, I made this before example before, where it's like we know so many different people who were wreck catchers, meaning people who were the problem in the city. They were the people who were doing the shooting. They were the people who were selling the drugs. They were the people who were, fighting people and catching it on, World Star. But then when they come home and they have a better perspective on life, and then they try their best to be able to start something, even if it's selling turtles, selling socks, selling
you
incense,
gonna come straight out the gate
oil,
with the selling turtles.
I'm gonna go all the way to this. I'm gonna go all the way down to. I'm taking it to every.
Shout out to everybody on 52nd and Parkside right now.
I'm being, because this is the realest thing I can say. Anything that a person is able, that we look down, they go to the gas stations. We gotta look at it from the point of view of, if you support your neighborhood, if you really support your neighborhood, you're not gonna go out to King Prussia. You're not gonna go all over out to Willow Grove. You're not gonna go out. You're gonna keep your money in the neighborhood,
in your community,
and not just saying you're going to the Chinese store, because they're not giving back to you.
Hell to the no, they don't even eat what they selling to the community.
So what I'm saying is, like, if you're really concerned, the people who are really concerned with doing for themselves, taking care of their own community, they're going to spend with the people that's within their community that they know are focal points, like furniture in the neighborhood, because these are the people that when things get rough, I mean, we know our city. Let me quote Meek Mill, if you don't know our city. Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'm going to take your money. Yes. Right? So, if this is the mentality of the city, all I say is that we got to look out for ourselves, because if not, it's going to come back and bite us in the butts until we get up out the neighborhoods that we in. But if you want to go out to your neighborhood so bad, that means you don't love it.
That's a fact. And now we're going to end it just like that, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening for this extended hour of Revive Radio, man. Shout out to all of our guests in the building. Shout out to my special guest, Yo Sonny. We got to do this again, because throughout this conversation, I picked up so many more topics that we need to discuss.
Next time you got to come to me.
I got you. That is not a problem. Like, I love to talk, so that is definitely not a problem. Shout out to my guy, Dre Lloyd. for blending this mix right now. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Go ahead and give yourself a brief shout out so that people can find you, stay locked, and everything you got going on. We're gonna start with my guy, Nald, the corporation takeover.
This is Nald Rainey, NALD-RAINEY. You can find me on Facebook, Nald Rainey. You can find me on Facebook, NR Management and Promotions. You can find me at NR International. NR.International on Instagram, NR International on Instagram as well for photography, videography, and you can catch me at Mr. Make It Rain on Instagram. Corporation Clothing Company, NR Management and Promotions.
It's the takeover. Dre, how can they stay locked? How can they get that music, Dre? You know what I'm saying? I know you got a lot of intellect in you, but it's also in the music people need to hear.
Yeah, I be forgetting to plug that sometimes. I gotta get that stuff under control. But like I said, again, you can catch me on all the social media websites at Dre Loy Online. That's DRELLOYD online. Same thing for my website, DreLoyOnline.com. You can catch me this month on the 18th at Virginia Beach. I have a show. I'm headlining at a show down there at Virginia Beach on the 18th.
Okay, 18th of April.
18th of April. My birthday is this Saturday.
Yes, it is. Shout out to all the Aries in the building right now.
So, I was planning on actually, putting.
I'm trying to go to Virginia Beach with you.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm dead serious.
I'm dead serious too. But I was actually supposed to release the album, the project this Saturday, but I'm gonna push it back until next Saturday because I just got a new song or whatever. You feel me? That I definitely want to put on a project that I'm not gonna get until today, and it'll be finished this weekend. But definitely next weekend, not this Saturday coming, but next Saturday, the album Only a Matter of Time will be out on all streaming platforms. And also, if you're in the area, May 4th, the Jizz is on his tour, Liquid Swords tour. As of right now, I think I'm the only opener for that event at Voltage Lounge. So make sure you guys go and check that out. That's May 4th, Saturday.
Yes, man. Shout out to my guy, Dre Lloyd, man. Jersey is definitely heavy in the building. Yeah. Speaking about Jersey, man, our special guest today in the building, Sunny D. Telling people how they can find you, how they can listen in tonight, because today is Tuesday. Yes, it is. And also how they can just stay locked with everything you got going on.
So you can find me anything True Serum Talk. Everything, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, my website, everything is True Serum Talk. I'm .com if you want to look on the website. If you want to catch me live tonight, you have to do that live through Facebook. I know it's a little old school, so don't laugh at me. A little Generation X over here, because it stays up. Facebook, I need Instagram to get their game up and start letting things stay up for more than 24 hours. But anyway. So tonight I'll be live 8 o'clock. It's Tuesday. Catch me in DJ Diamond Cuts. We're gonna be on talking. I'm gonna have her do some crazy stuff. She don't really drink, so I can't wait to see what's about to go down.
That's gonna be an amazing time, man. Thank you. I appreciate you for my drink too as well. You got me feeling good in the morning. I ain't felt this good, before 12 p.m. in so long. So I appreciate it.
This is the song. Day drinking and it feels so good.
I hope I didn't. For real, I'm sitting over here like, damn. I hope I'm not talking too much. I hope I'm not offending nobody, because I really just would start talking for a minute. But I got my girl Z in the building too as well. Z, how can they stay locked and tuned into everything you got going on?
I tell you all the time, you can find me in the Lamb's Book of Life. They're sealed. I'm coming on up one day, but that's where I want everybody to know that I am. That's the first thing. Second is, Talking About comes on every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Comcast 66 or 966, Verizon 29 and 30. I'm excited because we will be in Venice Island Theater as of July 28th. I will be there, so it will be like a Tonight Show. So there's going to be performances, interviews, media, everything. So I'm lit for this.
Shout out to my TV friends.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to go big into podcasting only because there's some things that I'll be wanting to talk about community-wise. I want to make it like a community podcast. So it'll be totally different than what Talking to Walk is. Also, you can find me with Moms Bonded by Grief every Tuesday. If I'm not there at the Dixon House. I'm saying that because somebody out there might be struggling with gun violence.
Shout out to the Dixon House down in South Philly too.
Yes. They're there every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Miss Therese, you can go in there. They don't care who you are. You can be the mama, the auntie, the cousin, or you might be the friend of somebody who lost a loved one and you're struggling. Please come down because we love to embrace you.
And they have other resources as well in the Dixon House.
Yeah, they
do.
So they help you buy a house, all of that. And then lastly, now the name of this new thing that God has given me is Strength in Numbers, and that is the community coalition that I'm building around the city. So the next meeting is on April 8th. You all are welcome to come. You can be in media, you can be a personnel, you can be an activist, you can be whoever God has called you to be. we need to be out there in numbers. So whatever resource that you have, it is definitely needed. If somebody, I was just sharing with Sunny, if somebody goes missing, I can share it to 1,000 people. You might got 15,000 followers because you're an artist. An activist might got 100, but we all posting. It's just what it is. So I just want as many people to be a part because there are a lot of people that are suffering in silence and they need resources. So it's human trafficking, gun violence, abuse, anything. We're building resources, and it will be some activists there. But the plan is to everybody to me is an activist. We all got a voice, and that's it. And I guess the last thing is Fashion Live. That's coming in October. That's again revolving around community issues through fashion, music, and art. So you can catch me on all of those, but online I'm just simply Zarina Lomax. I'm just simply just her. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and you can ask me about anything like that. I just love people, and I love God's people.
And also shout out to our team, Women in Media, as well. Shout out to Women in Media here in the city of Philadelphia. You can catch us live each and every Thursday. Because we doing a lot, baby. I appreciate you. You can catch us live each and every Thursday on 106.5 FM and WIM Global Speaks. Definitely shout out to my girl Danielle Jeter. Yes. You already know, man. Women, we are together. We are definitely united in so many different ways. Once again, I want to give my blessings and my condolences to Nipsey Hussle, his family, his camp, his team, everything, man. Revive is definitely supporting you, man. Completely support this man. All you have to do is support his music right now. Every dime, every penny is going to go to his master, is going to go to his family, is going to go to supporting, keeping his legacy alive. So definitely sending our prayers and our blessings over there, man. You already know Revive is alive. We'll be back tomorrow. It's a winning Wednesday, so we go back to back. Turn your radios up starting at 7 a.m. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for the birthday love. You already know what time it is.
King of hooks, the baddest soulful singer walking, the one and only Corey Worms, and you're tuned in live with Revive Radio. Let's go!